Time for Watcher cards. Let's go. Okay. Yeah, once again, quick little thing. Yeah, STR for the busted cards. You know, such as, spoilers. FTR for the useless cards, such as, like, the cards I would actually never pick with my deck, like, spoilers. And the rest in between are, like, gonna be the mostly populated tiers. Like, S and F will not be as much, but A, B, C, D. You know, if the card has a reason to exist, like, it actually, I will sometimes click it, but I don't click it that often, then it's D. C's a bit higher, the B, and then A's, like, I'm clicking these quite a lot. But they're not, like, giga broken, but they're pretty solid. I'm clicking them quite a lot. And then B and C's, like, kind of the skip line, where C's like, probably maybe skip it, and B, like, I'm probably not skipping it. But it depends. And then also, like, yeah. Any attacks obviously kind of suck late game. So I'm not going to be too hard on attacks. If an attack is good in Act 1 and 2, like, if it's good to take an attack in Act 1 and 2, I will rate that accordingly. You know, probably going, like, B tier or something, instead of, like, even if it's bad later, like, well, every attack's bad later, I hate to break it to you. That's it, that's all. It's the same as the other list, basically. Watcher actually might be slightly different, because it might be slightly different, because this character's really weird. But yeah, let's get started. I wish I could rank Eruption, because it would be busted. Bowling Bash, okay. Yeah, so 1 energy, deals 7 damage for each enemy in combat, and deals 10 if it's upgraded. Starting off with actually a decent card. Probably B tier. Yeah, this card actually, is decent to take in Act 1. You know, this kind of just kills sentries for you. And in Act 2, it kills Tri-Slavers for you. And it can help kill Gremlin Leader. Maybe you don't actually kill Gremlin Leader. Maybe you don't kill the minions. Maybe you just kill Gremlin Leader herself immediately. It can also do the same thing to Riftomancer. Like, this card's actually, like, it's targeted AoE. And here's the thing with AoE in this game, in general, right? The thing with AoE in this game is... AoE in a lot of games, actually. The thing with AoE in a lot of games is that it's not actually, like, that good. Like, it's kind of important sometimes not really that good. Because a lot of the time, the threat is not... Oh, no, it depends, actually. It depends. On a fight like Griptor... I was trying to say Gremlin Leader and Riptomancer, and I mixed them. On a fight like Gremlin Leader or Riptomancer, AoE is quite good. And the reason AoE is quite good is because you need to kill those minions as soon as possible. But if you're just targeting the minions with single target attacks, you're going to do damage so slowly that they're just going to keep resummoning and you're eventually going to take hits. But actually having, like, proper AoE cards lets you kill the minions while also doing damage to the main boss, and then if the boss keeps summoning minions, then they're just going to die, right? So it heavily depends on the health of the minions. In a fight like Tri-Slavers, where there's 3 enemies that all have around 50 to 60 health, they've got around the same amount of health, an AoE card like Cleave is not going to do much. Because the threat in Tri-Slavers is killing one of the slavers. You need to get rid of Red Slaver. What about Tri-Sentries? Okay, Tri-Sentries? Yeah, it's the same thing. You need to kill one of the sentries. Once you kill one of them, the fight gets a lot easier. So, it's weird because, like, they're AoE fights, but really, what you need in those fights is big single-target damage cards to single-target kill the one threatening enemy to make the fight easier to and then you can just do whatever you want. Like, after Red Slaver's dead in Tri-Slavers, just fighting Blue Slaver and Taskmaster is a lot easier. And then once you get rid of, once you just get to one left, it's pretty easy. And then Tri-Sentries, it's like, yeah, you kill one sentry, now you're not taking 20 damage every second turn, you're just taking 10 each turn, which is a lot more manageable. You kill one of them and then it's fine, right? And what was I just saying? Oh, you want a big single target attack in the AoE fight? Is actually better than AoE a lot of the time, just having a big single target attack to kill the one guy. Yeah, Bowling Bash. So again, this is not as good in Riptomancer or Gremlin Leader. It will get rid of one of the minions for you, and because you are Watcher and you can double damage in Wrath, you can just kill Gremlin Leader or Riptomancer from, like, full health, sometimes, with a really big Bowling Bash. Like, Riptomancer has 5 daggers, okay, this does 7 by 5, and then in Wrath, it's like, okay, you just killed the whole health bar. Like, you can do that because Watcher's stupid. But, so yeah, in actual AoE fights where, like, AoE is important, it's not as good. You actually would prefer a Consecrate. I would prefer a Consecrate in Gremlin Leader or Riptomancer. But unlike Slavers or Sentries, This is great. This is exactly what I want. I just want to kill one of them fast, and since it does more damage in those AoE fights, great. Kill one of them quickly, fight's over. It doesn't matter that it's weak later, who cares? And it's a little bit sad that obviously in single target fights, it's not actually doing that much damage. It's slightly better than Strike. Whatever. Like, it's slightly dead card in single target fights, but it adds so much, it gives you so much help in the multi-enemy fights that it's just worth it. You just kill one. Easy. I don't want to put a Z. Yeah, B. It's decent. It might, now obviously, for Watcher in particular, I'm actually not sure how this is going to go, like the more tiers, the more cards I add, so we'll see how it goes, but yeah, for now, it's fine. Oh, speaking of Consecrate, I didn't know that was coming up next. Wait, hold on. Consecrate. 0 energy. Deal 5 damage to all enemies. Upgraded, deal 8. Unupgraded Consecrate is kind of sad. I don't think it's very good. Upgraded Consecrate is decent. 8 damage to all enemies are like actually kind of substantial. This is 0 cost. I feel like Watcher doesn't really care about energy as much. I feel like Watcher struggles with card draw a lot of the time and not energy. Sometimes you're struggling with energy as well, but I feel like it's usually card draw. Because you have Calm as a mechanic, and you can use Calm. I feel like the Watcher runs that struggle with energy are the ones that don't have Calm. If you have Calm, you probably have energy. And then you don't need a card like Consecrate. What, deal 10 to all in Wrath for free? Like, it's for free, and still. Anyway, deal 10 to all for free sounds really good, and any other character would be busted, but I'm talking about Wrath on Watcher, so yeah, everything else is doubled as well. And then when this is upgraded, it's actually doing a fair bit of damage. Yeah, it's just not doing enough damage is the issue. Even if you hit like a dagger, like Watcher can kind of just one-shot the minion, the daggers or the minions in Golden Leader. Can just use one attack for each of them, really, or maybe 2. You don't really need a Consecrate; it's not helping that much. Yeah, I don't think this card is that good. I think it's okay. Like I'll probably keep it in C for now. It might drop lower, but I'll keep it in C for now. Out of the like random attacks on Watcher, I don't mind adding this in Act 1, but if I am adding it in Act 1, I probably want it upgraded because it's kind of sad without the upgrade. And if I get this for free, if it's already upgraded, I have like a Molten Egg, I'll probably take it. I think upgraded is actually decent. But unupgraded, yeah, it's not really high output. And on Watcher, you are trying to not add too many crappy cards because on Watcher, if you have a small deck consistently and you can just draw the busted cards over and over, you'll just win easily. And Watcher can do that, so. Yeah, Consecrate suffers a little bit for being on this character. I feel like, Silent, for example. I mean, Silent has... God, this is so dumb. Silent has Slice, which is 0 energy, deal 6. This is 0 energy, deal 5 to all enemies on a character that can double their strength. And it's not that good in this character, but Silent would love this card. Not just Silent, any character would kind of love it. Maybe it's too low damage for them. Still, I feel like other characters love this card. But yeah, on Watcher, it's okay. Crescendo. 1 energy, retain, enter Wrath and exhaust, and upgrades to 0 energy. So obviously having a retaining Wrath card is quite good. I do like Crescendo. I'm going to put it in A for now. I might drop it to B. It probably is going to end up in high B. I'll put it in A for now, but it's probably going to end up in high B, I think. It's probably going to end up in high B. I'll put it in B then. Yeah, I'll put it in B. I'll put it in B. So Crescendo is great. Having stance changing cards is already good. But the thing with Crescendo obviously retains. So sometimes on Watcher the issue is I can't interact at the right time. I just draw Eruption on the turn they're attacking me, and I can't interact at the right time. Obviously, if I interact on this turn, I'm going to take a ton of damage. Then, oh no, the next time I draw Eruption, I only have blocks in my hand. I only have defense, and it's like I can't actually do damage in Wrath, so there's still not much point. And then it's like, yeah, sometimes that can happen. And Crescendo says, no, the moment you have a hand full of attacks, just go in Wrath. Yeah, it's fine. You have a Calm card in your hand? Yeah, go in Wrath. It's fine. And you can actually get a lot of benefit out of this Crescendo Wrath. It's a lot easier. And also, it's like a mini Blasphemy. It's a mini Blasphemy in the sense that as soon as you draw a hand that has lethal, Crescendo will guarantee that you kill them with that hand. Because, you know, you have Wrath in your hand. You don't have to draw Wrath in a hand with a bunch of attacks. You just need to draw a bunch of attacks. Because the Crescendo retains, it's already in your hand. And you can just enter Wrath. Yeah, so I like having one of these in the deck, usually. I'm not going to add more. Unless I'm really desperate for more Wrath cards. But usually I'll just add one, and I'm happy with that. Having more is fine. Having more is fine, but I don't think it's that good. The value of the second Crescendo is much lower than the first one. And again, on Watcher, you don't add too many cards. So yeah, I'll take one Crescendo and I'll probably stop there. And I won't even take a Crescendo if I have a lot of other Wrath cards that are good. Like if I have a Tantrum, for instance, I might not even take Crescendo. But one Crescendo, perfectly happy to add this. I'll add it, probably the first one I see in Act 1. Unless it's up against a good attack, then I'll add that good attack instead. But a lot of Watcher cards aren't that great, or like aren't things I really want later. So yeah, usually I'll just take the first Crescendo I see. Usually it's good. Yeah, it could maybe be low A. I'll see later. But yeah, it's fine where it is. Yeah, that's it for Crescendo. Okay. Oh, that's not how you... Okay. That's 2 cards. Okay, Crush Joints. 1 energy. Deal 8 damage. If the last card played this combat with a skill, apply 1 vulnerable. Upgrades to 10 damage and 2 vulnerable. Actually, a solid attack card on Watcher. Might be low A, could be high B. I don't mind Crush Joints. At all. This is one of the attacks on Watcher I'm taking more often. I feel like sometimes Crush Joints is like very, very good. This is going to be so... Things are going to shuffle around. I know things are going to shuffle around. Will I prefer Crush Joints over a Crescendo? If I see them early? I think I prefer Crush Joints. Is that true? The thing with the Crush Joints is it's like... Vulnerable's great. Vulnerable's great. And it's especially great on Watcher when you can multiply your Wrath and your Vulnerable at the same time and get 3 times base damage on your attacks. Yeah, and then you just blow things up. And playing a skill is not too hard to do. You have a Miracle, so a lot of the time you just spend the Miracle on the Crush Joints turn. Miracle straight into Crush Joints in that order. And then the Crush Joints applies Vulnerable. 1 Vulnerable's a bit sad. This kind of needs an upgrade. So it's a bit annoying. Honestly, I might do this. I'll do this for now. I'll see. I'll put this in here for now. But this will be high B, I think. But yeah, yeah, it's like 1 vulnerable on its own is not like great, so you kind of need to upgrade it. And Watcher is probably the biggest upgrade deck character in the entire game. Because every attack that you upgrade on Watcher is almost double effectiveness. Like, you know, it's not just that Consecrate goes from 5 to 8. It technically goes from 10 to 16. Because you're going to play it in Wrath a lot of the time. And it's going to get double the value. So yeah, it's not like Consecrate is just a +3 damage upgrade. +3 on an AoE card is already an okay upgrade, by the way. But it's not just +3 on an AoE card, it's +6 on an AoE card a lot of the time. Well, the Bowling Bash, okay, +3 in a single target fight. It's actually +6 in single target fight. In multi-winning fights, it's getting more. So yeah, you know. Yeah, got a lot of upgrade debt on this character. And the good cards are really good, so you just want to upgrade. Also, yeah, another reason. Watcher likes playing a small deck more than other characters do. And upgrades are better the smaller your deck is. Because the smaller your deck is, the more you'll draw into your upgrades, right? If you have a 30-card deck and you upgrade 1 card, okay, you need to draw this 1 card out of your 30-card deck for it to actually do anything, right? But if you have like a 20-card deck, okay, well, now you're going to draw that 1 card more often. You're going to draw it every 4 turns, right? Instead of every 6, right? You're going to get more value from that upgrade. So yeah, not only are you already getting more value because of Wrath, multiplying the numbers, so the bigger your number is, the more it gets multiplied, great. Like, not only is that already a factor for Watcher, but also, your deck is usually smaller, so you're drawing the upgraded cards more often, and also, the numbers on Watcher cards are stupid, and a lot of the upgrades are, like, too good for some reason, so that's the third reason Watcher upgrades are quite good. So yes, the Crush Joints upgrade is incredible. It's up against a lot of competition, so sometimes I have Crush Joints, I just can't upgrade it, because there's other things I need to upgrade more. And yeah, because it does kind of need the upgrade to be really effective, I'm not going to put it in A tier. And no, a good thing about Crescendo is this is an energy reduction upgrade. Goes down to 0 cost. It doesn't need it. It's nice. It doesn't need it. Like, this is not as important. So I don't upgrade this that often on Watcher, because Watcher has other things that are just a lot more impactful. Like, I would much rather, I'm not kidding, I would much rather upgrade a Bowling Bash than a Crescendo. Because this doing so much more damage, or this doing so much more damage, like, all of these cards here, I think are more effective than the +1 energy of a Crescendo. I love Crescendo Plus. It's great. Give it to me for free, I'm happy. I will sometimes manually upgrade it as well. It's sometimes manual upgrade. Maybe if I'm really struggling on energy that run. But a lot of times, just take the output. Just take more damage and just kill them. Like, honestly. Because your Crescendo will also be better if your attacks do more damage and you can just kill with the attacks. And also, Crescendo exhausts anyway, so you're only getting 1 turn of the upgrade, while the other cards are getting multiple turns of the upgrade. But yeah. Yeah, so that's one thing with Crush Joints. The upgrade's good, but kind of slightly needed to make this card really good. And even with that, like, you don't need Vulnerable and Watcher either. So it's just a high B, I think. Cutthroat Fates. Deal 7 damage, scry 2, and draw 1 card. Upgrade to deal 9 damage and scry 3. A tier. A tier. Can you have too many cuts? You can add, like, 3 copies of cut, and it's fine. And the upgrade's good. The upgrade is plus 2 damage, which, again, a lot of time will be plus 4 damage in Wrath, and then the extra scry is great. It's basically an extra card draw. It's not quite an extra card draw, but it's basically an extra card draw, basically. It's like, you think of Pommel Strike and Ironclad, right? You think of Pommel Strike and Ironclad. Okay, 9, draw 1. And upgrades to 10, draw 2. Okay, so the upgrade is plus 1 damage and plus 1 card draw. Okay, what's the Cut Through Fate upgrade? Plus 2 damage, but Wrath exists. And then, not plus 1 card draw, but the plus 1 scry basically lets you dig deeper, so it's basically card draw. Also, it's attached to card draw immediately, so you actually immediately get value out of the scry. It's not like other scry sources where you scry, like Third Eye, for instance. You play Third Eye, you scry, and then you can't actually draw the card. It's just next turn you get to set up. No, the Cut Through Fate is really good, because you get to draw one of the cards. You can just see what the scry is, and you're like, oh, I'm drawing one of these. Okay, sure, I'll draw one. Yep, I can just... What? Okay, like, I scry 2. Do I like any of these 2 cards? Like, either of them? Okay, well... Either the top card is good, and I would have drawn it anyway, but that's fine. Just draw it anyway. So, sure, if the top card's good, the top card's good. If the top card isn't good, okay, you drop it, and then the next card is good, and you draw that instead. Okay, neither card are good? Okay, drop both, and then you have another chance to draw a good card. So it's draw 1, but sometimes it's like actually draw 3. And then you upgrade it, and it's actually like draw 4. Okay, sure. Yeah, no, whatever. Yeah, pretty good card, I would say. This is a common attack, by the way. Common attack. Watch out. Okay, Empty Body. 1 energy, gain 7 block and exit your stance, upgrade to 10 block. It's solid. It's solid. I'm... probably low B. Maybe like higher than the Bowling Bash. This Bowling Bash might drop, but we'll see. I don't think it's a low B card. This actually might end up going here. We'll see. We'll see what happens. The Empty Body is solid. It's not great. It's probably my least favorite of the exit stance cards. Actually, no, I can say for sure. It is my least favorite of the exit stance cards. Not just least, like, I say least favorite. I mean, I think it's the worst one, right? I don't actually mean favorite. I mean, I think it's the worst one out of the stance strange cards. Because a lot of times you want to exit your stance out of Wrath. That's the most important thing you want to exit out of Wrath, right? You want to get out of Wrath. And, I mean, Empty Fist is about to come up. We'll talk about that. But yeah, Empty Fist, like, okay, I do damage as I'm leaving Wrath. Great. That's what I wanted to do. I got my last hit of Wrath, and then that's great. This, like, okay, I guess you might need to block after getting out of Wrath, but Vigilance is the card that you have. So, I guess if you don't have Vigilance in your hand. Anyway, like, or actually, otherwise, like, you can block in other ways. Maybe you have a Halt. Maybe you block with Halt, and then you exit with Empty Fist, and therefore you don't need an Empty Body anymore block. Maybe you have a Mental Fortress, so you're already getting blocked by stance changing in the first place. Like, there's other ways. Maybe you have a Talk to the Hand, you've attacked a bunch this turn, so you already have a bunch of block that way. Like, there's other ways to get block on Watcher. You don't really need an actual block card. It's still okay to have an Empty Body. It's fine. And it is mostly nice. I like having it early in game, because early game you have a lot less control over your stances. And, Act 1 fights can go badly, or even Act 2. Act 1 and 2 fights can go badly if you can't really control your stances yet. I feel like later in the game, you generally have a lot more stance cards, so you can usually control it by then. But early game, like, you just need to kind of take what you get. And if you don't have an Empty Body, then you could just be stranded in Wrath. And having the Empty Body means you won't get stranded in Wrath as often, which means you can enter Wrath more often. And if you can enter Wrath more often, you get to do more damage. So it's kind of a damage card in a way, even though it doesn't actually do damage, just unless you enter Wrath and then do damage like that more often. So Empty Body is decent, but yeah, it's probably the worst of the stance changing cards, of the exit cards, I mean. It's just not really what Watcher wants to be doing, but I will take it, because it is obviously effective. It will exit your stance, that's what you need to do. There you go. It works, it's fine. Yeah, okay, actually a good exit stance card. I think, like, okay, I say, oh, a good exit stance card. No, it's decent, it's fine. Like, it's not bad, But is it good? It's fine, it does its job. This is a good exit stance card. Empty Fist. 1 energy, deal 9 damage and exit your stance. Upgrade to 14? I just want to get something straight right now, guys. I just want to get something straight. Okay? Think about, like, I don't know, Predator on Silent, or Streamline on Defect, okay? 15 damage upgrade to... 15 damage upgrade to... What am I saying? 15 upgrade to 20, okay? Okay? 2 cost cards, they upgrade by 5, right? It makes enough sense. Right? Yeah, this 1 cost card is upgrading by 5. Oh, someone explain to me? Think about Hemokinesis and Ironclad. 15 damage, but you deal 2 damage to yourself, and then upgrades by 5. Okay, so I see what Hemokinesis is trying to do. It's an uncommon card, so you can expect the uncommon to maybe be a bit high, like, you know, maybe do a bit more damage than the common card, right? You can expect. Also, it has a cost. You take a bit of damage. You know, like, it's meant to be a strong card, and it's a good card too. Like, it's a good card. So that's a good card, and it upgrades for 5. It's a strong upgrade, right? Why does Empty Fist upgrade for 5? So, like, please explain to me what this is. What the hell? Why? Why? It makes no sense. Empty Body upgrades for 3. As normal. As you would expect a block card. And then look at this shit. What the fuck is this? Hey, yeah, no. Yeah, Wild... Okay, no, that's great. Wild Strike upgrades for +5. Yeah, Wild Strike. The card that has a massive downside because it adds a wound to your deck. And then here's Empty Fist. Upside. This is a good effect. Exiting your stance is a good effect. Yeah, how about... You know, the last attack you do before entering exiting Wrath, how about it does +10 damage? Because, yeah, no, this isn't just +5. This is +5 on Watcher. It's doubled most of the time. Especially Empty Fist. Especially Empty Fist. It's going to be doubled a lot. Because you're usually using this to get out of Wrath. So, yeah, +10 damage upgrade. Nice one. Yeah, I don't know what the devs are thinking. So, taking this card into upgrading it is a real thing. Because the upgrade is that good. And, like, it's a pretty good damage upgrade. It just destroys things. And then, you don't even have to upgrade it. The actual card is fine. The actual card is fine. Now, is it better or worse than Crescendo? Probably better. The actual card is fine. I will say, yeah, because the upgrade is really good. Probably higher than Crescendo. I don't think it's higher than Cut Through Fate. Empty Fist is something that you... Empty Fist is something that you don't want too many of. And it's a little bit dead at the end of some runs. So it is more of like an early game card. I am taking it just for some stance control in the short term. Eventually, I probably don't need it anymore. Well, Cut Through Fate is just always good the whole game. That being said, the Empty Fist is probably more important. Like, if I'm in Act 1, am I adding Empty Fist over Cut Through Fate? I think I am. I think I am adding Cut Through Fate. I think I am adding Empty Fist over Cut Through Fate in Act 1. Because, I need control, like, instantly. I need to be able to exit my stance. I don't want to be stranded, right? Cut Through Fate helps. Like, it lets you scry into the Vigilance. But you know it's a lot more effective than scrying into the Vigilance? Just having the stance change card in your hand already. Just having an extra stance change in the deck that you could draw into, which makes Wrath more playable. It's kind of hard here, because, yeah, the Cut Through Fate is better later in the game. It maybe is still better. I don't mind doing this. Because it is actually so important to have some stance change cards that are quite good. Like, the Empty Body is a little bit of a brick sometimes. The Empty Fist is usually not a brick. It's usually pretty good. So, okay, I'll put it higher than Cut Through Fate. Yeah, it's decent. It's decent. That's fine. That's fine. Yeah, it's a very strong card. The upgrade is amazing. I think maybe also the upgrade might put it ahead of the Cut Through Fate. Even though the Cut Through Fate upgrade is also good. Yeah, every upgrade in Watch is good. That's why this Crescendo upgrade is not that important. Like, it's a decent upgrade. And on other characters, it would be a decent upgrade. But on Watcher, it's like, oh, I want to upgrade this, I want to upgrade this, I want to upgrade this. I don't want to upgrade this, whatever. I don't even care that much about upgrading these. But, like, oh, this is a decent upgrade. But I don't care much about upgrading this, but it's still good. It's still good. God. Oh, Watcher. Okay. Oh, now we get to the other half of Watcher. The just whatever cards. 1 energy, evaluate, 1 energy, gain 6 block, shuffle an Insight into your draw pile. An Insight is a 0-cost card. It retains and it draws 2 cards, and then exhausts. So, you know, you shuffle that into your draw pile, you draw the Insight. So you go -1 draw for drawing Insight, but then you play Insight and you go +2. So it's +1 overall for free, and it retains, so you can actually save it for, like, a Wrath turn. Maybe you want more cards in your Wrath turn, you have to save it in your hand, and then play it on your Wrath turn. You upgrade to 10 block. So the upgrade is actually quite nice. Yeah, I don't like Evaluate on its own. I basically never take Evaluate minus. And I might, maybe take Evaluate plus. Because it is a +4 block upgrade. Being 10 block is actually, like, something. But yeah, am I ever going to add an Evaluate minus? No. No, it's not F, but it's D. I'm never adding Evaluate minus. Or even Evaluate plus, I'm not even adding that often. Like, at all. I'm not adding that often at all. Like, it's a card that it's only energy it has to spend. It's not really card draw. It's not really putting you behind in card draw, but it kind of is. Like, it's technically card draw neutral, but it's not card draw neutral immediately. It's card draw neutral eventually. eventually when you draw the inside, it's card draw neutral, so it's a bit weird. And yeah, it's only block 6, a defend is block 5, and defend is Watcher's worst card, like a lot worse than strike. On other characters, the strikes and defends is like usually strikes a little bit worse, but it's like whatever, they're both not great. But usually strikes a bit worse than defend on most other characters. On Watcher, strikes are actually okay, and defense are awful. And here's a defend. Why would you add a defend to your deck? You're never adding this next one. But it's not F because I think maybe if you see an upgraded version, you might take it in a run that needs more block. It's not F here. But it's not great. There you go. Evaluate. Whatever. Yeah, actually, now, looking at the difference between these cards, I might add a Consecrate. I would never add this. Like, this is... Like, realistically, on Watcher, the D tier cards are a lot more unpickable than they are on the D tier cards on other characters. Like, for other characters, the D tier cards I'll sometimes pick. On Watcher, it's, like, very rare. I'll probably pick these. But F tier is, like, literally, I cannot think of a scenario I would ever click it, ever. And the C tier cards, like, I'm probably skipping this, like, most likely. Like, the skip threshold on Watcher is a bit higher. Like, even Bowling Bash bottom B, I'm already thinking of skipping in Act 1. But I'm probably taking the first one I see. Well, early on, I'm probably taking this. And Empty Body, I'm also thinking I want to probably skip it soon. Cross Strength, I'm probably taking, but it's like a little bit later in the run, I'm probably skipping. Consecrate, I'm probably skipping in Act 1. Unless I'm getting, like, actually no attacks offered to me, I'll take it. Yeah, the skip threshold's a bit higher on Watcher, but, you know, it's Watcher. But, yeah, no, this definitely looks right to me. Evaluate's definitely a lot worse than Consecrate, which is a lot worse than Bowling Bash, which is a lot worse than, like, Cut to Fate. This makes sense to me, so far. Flurry of Blows. 0 cost, deal 4 damage. Whenever you change stances, return this from the discard pile to your hand. It upgrades to 6 damage. Okay, this card is, like, in some sense overrated and in some sense very strong. So the thing with Flurry of Blows is on the turn you draw it, it's 0, like, it's just not doing much. It's kind of a dead draw the first time you draw it in a fight. But, which can be a problem on Watcher, like, especially. Which means I don't think it's actually that good. I'm not going to put it in A tier. I think I would put it in A tier before. I'm probably actually going to put it high B. But this card is strong. Don't get it wrong. This card is strong, okay? It is strong. I just don't think Watcher needs it. Which sounds stupid, but I'm serious. It's good with Flurry. It's not good. It's good with Talk to the Hand. If you have Talk to the Hand, you can get a lot more value. Like, you can kind of have, like, a bit of a Mental Fortress thing going. It's not as good, but you can, like, Flurry with Talk to the Hand. It's bad into Time Eater. It's not great into the Heart, unless you have to Talk to the Hand up again. But then you're actually not really getting much block. Yeah, no, the problem is that this can brick your early draws. That's the issue. It can brick your early draws. It takes a few turns for the Flurry to actually start doing damage. But once it starts doing damage, it starts doing damage. And the thing is, right, like, it's next to Crush Joints here. The Crush Joints is easier for it to do damage, but it kind of needs the upgrade, right? The Flurry does not need the upgrade as much. The upgrade's good. The upgrade's good. Again, watch your damage upgrades. The Flurry upgrade is going to do a lot of damage. In Wrath, it's already doing +4. And you're going to always have it in Wrath, like, literally all the time. Unless you draw it after your Wrath card. But if you draw it before the Wrath card, you're going to have it in Wrath all the time. So it's always +4 for that. But then it's also +2 before you even do that. And then it's +2 again when you go into Calm. So it's actually plus a lot. There's a lot of damage upgrade. Again, most Watcher upgrade, like, very... Considering that all your attack cards are actually decent upgrades on this character, high upgrade debt. High upgrade debt. Like, a lot of cards want to be upgraded. Because the upgrades are very strong. But yeah, I don't quite think Flurry... Like, okay, like, compared to Crescendo, right? I'm honestly still thinking of putting Crescendo in B tier. Compared to Crescendo, if I see Crescendo Flurry early in the game, I'm taking Crescendo. 100%. 100%. Having the extra Wrath source is, I think, a lot more important. And the Flurry is sometimes a dead draw. But it's very strong, don't get me wrong. But yeah, I think this card's a bit overrated. Some people go like, oh my god, it's so much damage. But it's Watcher. You can do damage with everything. You don't need a Flurry of Blows. That's the other thing, right? The Crescendo, if you don't get Alfred more Wrath cards, that could be the only Wrath card you get. The Crescendo, right? So you need to have that Crescendo, or you're kind of screwed. Because you need Wrath to be able to do damage. But do you need a Flurry? Do you need a Flurry? No. Like, it's good, but maybe you add, like, a Cross Joints instead, and you just apply Vulnerable, and you're still doing a lot of damage. Like, there's other ways to do damage on this character. There's other ways to do damage on this character. You're fine. You don't need the big damage card. You can have another big damage card. There's multiple. But something like Wrath is a bit more unique. Something like Cut Through Fate, which is like card selection and draw, is a bit more unique. Something like Empty Fist, which is exit stance, is a bit more unique. Like, you know, I think stance control is a lot more important than big damage, and Flurry is just big damage. That's all it is. It's not giving you stance control. Also, like, the Flurry is making your strong cases stronger. You know? Like, if Flurry is working in your deck, it means you already have a ton of stance switch. Why do you need Flurry? Now, again, the card is not bad. I'm going to put it high B, because it does deserve it. It is very strong. But yeah, like, it is sometimes a bit bait. And sometimes a bit win more. Right? I'm winning more. Wow, the Flurry is doing so much damage in my deck that already can stance switch. Yeah, who cares? So yeah, you know, be a bit careful with the Flurry. But it is good. It is good. If you need damage, you definitely take it, and it's good. But I'm probably actually going to keep it in B. Probably be high B for a while, but I probably will keep it in B. Yeah, so you heard it here. The card sucks. It's terrible. That's what I said, word for word. It is actually terrible. It's unpickable. It's actually F tier. Okay. Flying Sleeves. 1 energy, retain, deal 4 damage twice, upgrades to 6 damage twice. So this is immediately... Okay, so especially on Flying Sleeves, I was already talking about your Watcher upgrades are double effectiveness. The Flying Sleeves is especially true. Not only is that already a decent upgrade, right? It goes from 4 to, yeah, 6, right? So it's already a plus 4 damage upgrade in general, right? So it's plus 2 twice, so it's already plus 4 in general. But it retains. So it will always be in Wrath. Like, almost certainly it will always be in Wrath. So it's actually plus 8. Like, basically all the time. And it scales with strength as well. This card scales with strength. None of that matters for the upgrade, but you know what I mean. Anyway, so yeah, I used to, like, really hate this card. And it's actually sometimes maybe okay. The fact that it retains is nice. The upgrade is decent. If you get an upgraded version of this for free, like maybe you have a Molten Egg early on, you don't have many attacks yet, you take this. And one good thing with the Flying Sleeves, it retains. Not only is the retain good for landing it in Wrath, which is when it's going to do the most damage, which is when you want your attacks, right, in your Wrath turn. You want your attack on your Wrath turn, so the retain is nice for that. But also, it means you're not going to redraw it that often. You know, you add a card like Consecrate, right? Let's say you miss the Wrath turn, and then you have to redraw this later, and it's like taking draws. Maybe you just have the Flying Sleeves, and it's not really getting drawn, like, all the time, right? It's just staying in your hand. You can just leave it here. Like, if you don't want this card anymore, just leave it in your hand. Just don't play it. And then you won't redraw it. It's fine, right? So I have a much higher opinion of this card than I used to, and it's still probably just low C at the most. At most, it's probably still low C. At least the Consecrate is, like, actually, like, quite good AoE sometimes. I'm not sure if I'm, like, I will take this Act 1 sometimes if I'm desperate. I'm not sure if I'm taking Flying Sleeves. The issue with Flying Sleeves is that unupgraded, it's really sad. A Strike does 6 damage, and Flying Sleeves does 8. And yes, it gets doubled, so it's 12 versus 16. And again, you have the retain, so you're always landing Wrath with it. Like, it's okay, but it does kind of need that upgrade to do a lot of damage. But again, you maybe have a Talk to the Hand, maybe you have some strength, like you have a Vajra, like maybe that's more takeable. I do think if you get it upgraded for free, it's okay. That being said, like, compared to Evaluate, I could see myself taking Flying Sleeves. I don't think I can see myself taking Evaluate in, like, early game ever. I think either this Flying Sleeves goes bottom of C or top of D. That's what I'm thinking right now. Like, one of these spots. I do think it's, like, a fair bit worse than Consecrate, though. The card's actually okay sometimes for AoE. It's, like, actually kind of nice. Flying Sleeves is not doing a lot in a lot of fights. I'm gonna leave it here for now, but I could see this going up. We'll see how C tier looks. If I don't end up putting many cards in C tier, I'll put this at bottom C. Actually, I'm gonna put it on bottom C for now. Okay, I'd rather keep it here and move it down if I need to, rather than move it up. Because I think there'll be a lot of D tier cards. I think it's less likely, it's possible. I'll leave it here for now, but I could just move it down here. Yeah, it's like it's barely good enough to be in C, I think. Barely. But maybe not, I might change it. Yeah, it's okay. It's surprisingly okay, just because of the retain. The retain is actually quite huge. Okay. Let's go. Follow up. 1 energy, deal 7 damage. If the last card played this combat was an attack, gain energy, upgrade to 11 damage. Okay, so again, I've had follow up from like an Astrolabe or like a Pandora's Box, and it was like Molten Egg or something. Actually, no, it was probably just Astrolabe. I had it from Astrolabe once. Oh no, I saw it upgraded once in Act 2 in a run that had no damage. Right, that's why I thought Pandora's Box. It was my famous 7-hour terrible Pandora's Box Watcher run where I had no attacks in my deck because Pandora's Box got rid of them all, and I had no attacks in my deck. And then I saw a Follow-Up Plus in Act 2, and I took it because I needed damage, and it was actually quite decent. Now, Follow-Up Minus I don't think it would have been good, but the Follow-Up Plus was actually quite decent because, yeah, 11 damage is a lot. So again, it's a plus 4 damage upgrade. Yeah, so, yeah, I don't get it. What is wrong? What is wrong with the devs? Why is most characters, their damage upgrade, +3. You look at Silent, like Flying Knee is a +3, right? Dagger Spray is actually a +4. What, you look at... Why can't I not think of cards? Dagger Throw, +3. Quick Slash is +4. Why can't I think of cards? I can't think of cards. Silent common attacks. Where are they? Where are they? No. Anyway, you get what I mean, right? Maybe it's easier to do Ironclad. Like, Headbutt's a +3, right? Like, what? Like, Rebound on D-Kick is a +3. Like, a lot of attacks are just +3, right? It makes sense. Like, that's what they offer strikes. A lot of attacks are just +3. There hasn't been a +3 upgrade yet. +5. +2, but with extra effects. +2 on a 0-cost card that replays a bunch. +3 on AoE. Okay, this is actually +3. Is it just straight up +3? It's still kind of AoE, but yeah, you get what I mean. +4. +4 for follow-up. Why? I don't know. Like, why? A Crush is +2, but it's extra turn vulnerable, which is huge. It's the same as Bash upgrade. Yeah, anyway, unupgraded follow-up is quite sad. It's quite sad. I know someone asked Zeknel once, oh, would you take, like, the bad... How often would you take the bad attacks on Watcher? And they listed Flying Sleeves, follow-up, and... Flying Sleeves, follow-up, and... something else. And Zeknel said, well, Flying Sleeves maybe, but the other two aren't actually damage increases. And he's kind of right. So the reasoning is, right? Having more cards in your deck means your Wrath density is lower. So you're going to draw Wrath less often. You're going to draw your Stance, Exit, or like Calm less often, which means you have more control over your Wrath. So you obviously need your Wrath, but you also need to be able to play your Wrath. So you're going to draw your good cards less often, which means you don't get to being Wrath as often, which means you lose damage. So yeah, like even though this is a damage card, it's technically losing you damage if the damage it gives you is not worth it. The extra card that's adding into your deck. And that's kind of the case for follow-up. You don't really need 0-cost attacks on Watcher. You kind of rather have like high impact attacks. Like the Bowling Bash is high impact in the fight that matters. Again, this retains, which is why it doesn't really get in the way as much. Right? This doesn't like make your draws worse and make it like so you can't get your Wrath going. No, it just retains. You just keep it. It doesn't actually get in the way that much. But the follow-up, you know, it is a draw. It is a draw. It is just 0-cost deal 7, which is decent. I mean, Slice on Silent is... Oh, speaking of a +3 damage upgrade, yeah, Slice on Silent is 6 up to 9. And follow-up on Watcher is 7 up to 11. Why? I don't know. I don't know why they're giving the character who already has double effectiveness on their attack upgrades even more attack on just the base card than most other characters anyway. I don't get it. Yeah, this card is not really needed. In fact, I might put Flying Sleep to... I think Flying Sleep is a little bit better. I'm going to put Eye and Evaluate, because at least, like, this is an attack, and this has been good sometimes for me, but yeah, I'm probably never taking this. I probably need to be quite desperate. It's like, yeah, if I'm going to take a 0-cost attack on Watcher, how about this one or this one? Like, these are both way better than a follow-up, so, yeah. Don't really need a 0-cost attack on Watcher, but, it's actually okay. Like, the actual card is actually... The actual card is actually still fine. Like, if Silent had this, Silent would be happy. This would be better than Slice and Silent. And on Silent, it was like a mid to low B tier card. And on Watcher, it's a D tier card. Oh god, this character. Okay. Halt. 0 energy, gain 3 block. If you're in Wrath, gain 9 additional block. Upgrades to 4 block, and in Wrath, and 14 additional block. So that upgrade is +6 in Wrath. +6 in Wrath. Don't ask me why. Don't ask me why. I don't know. Okay, I don't know. I'm not the one who made the character, okay? I'm not the one who made the character. So, Halt. Now, I used to really like Halt. And then, over time, I've started to like Halt less. And why have I started to like Halt less? Well, Halt is only good if you have no block plan and also a bunch of Wrath cards. That being said, no block plan and a bunch of Wrath cards is a common enough scenario on Watcher. I think this still goes in B. I put it in A in the last list. I think it goes in B this time. But this card is decent enough. I'm happy to have it. I think it is generally better than Empty Body. It might go like here. This card, Halt, can be very, very, very important sometimes. It can be very, very, very important sometimes. And sometimes it's... sometimes it's just not that relevant. But I feel like it's never, like, that bad. Usually, right? And it can have, like, massive high rolls. Or, like, sometimes it is your block plan. Sometimes you don't get Mental Fortress, but instead you get like 3 copies of Halt. I've done this before, that's why I'm mentioning this. Sometimes you get Mental Fortress, but instead you get 3 copies of Halt, and you just go into Wrath, you play Halt, and then you exit. You just block like that, it's fine, it works. It sometimes works. So I don't mind this card. In fact, I might actually put Crushstone slightly lower. I think Halt actually has its moments like really well. Crushstone's a bit... This tier like seems... this might actually go lower. I'll do this for now. These could be opposite ends of this tier, I think. These are on the higher end. They could go up. I'll see how it goes. But yeah, like, this card is actually quite strong. It's not A tier. I put it in A tier before, but yeah, it's not really a thing you need. But when it is good, it is good. So I'll put it here. Flurry of Blows is pretty strong, so it's not going to be that. But yeah, this is decent, I think. Yeah, when you need the Halt, you need the Halt. That's what it is. Okay. Just Lucky. 0 cost. Scry 1. There's a lot of 0 cost cards in a row. But there's actually a lot. Like, the Floral Up kind of counts, right? Okay, Just Lucky. 0 cost. Scry 1, gain 2 block and deal 3 damage. Upgrade to Scry 2, gain 3 block and deal 4 damage. It's, like, the most whatever. I could skip this. Like, wouldn't mind card in the world. It is the most whatever thing. I think Consecrate is better, because Consecrate actually does something, and Just Like it doesn't do anything, but it's also not D tier, because it doesn't do, like, nothing. It's, like, actually takeable. Unlike the D tier cards, it's actually takeable. But, like, I'm not really taking this that often, but I will take it if I need. Like, I'll take Consecrate if I need. It's just like it just doesn't do much. It just doesn't do much. There's not much to say. There's not much to say. It doesn't really put you that far behind in card draw, because it does scry, so sometimes it just scries away, like, a defend that's coming up, and it's, like, basically costs you 0 to draw the Just Lucky, but then it's not even that impactful. It's, like, whatever. It's so whatever. It's such a whatever card. It's such a whatever card. Pressure points. 1 energy. Apply 8 mark. And if you don't know what mark is, that's because no one's ever used pressure points in their life before. And also because it's only on pressure points. Apply 8 mark. All enemies lose HP equal to their mark, and you can upgrade to apply 11 mark. Basically, you can apply 8 mark to an enemy, and the next time you draw pressure points, and it has to be pressure points, because again, there's no other cards that apply mark. It's either a second copy of pressure points in your deck, or it's the same pressure points you redraw into. You play the pressure points, and now they have 16 mark, and they take 16. Holy, 1 energy deal 16. Oh my god, it's not like I can get that like from Flurry of Blows or Crush Joints or Bowling Bash, or literally just base strike does 12 in Wrath. Cut Through Fate does 14. Cut Through Fate does 14, guys. It also scries 2 and draws a card. I think there might be some better cards in this character. Okay, so here's the problem with pressure points. I would love if this card was on Silent. I think Silent would kind of like this card. I could see potential. Like, Ironclad definitely doesn't want it. Ironclad, no. Silent or Defect could maybe use it. Maybe. Maybe. I'm not sure if it would be good or not. But I could maybe see it being good on Silent, specifically. Like, Silent already applies Poison. Like, imagine applying Mark. It's the same thing, right? I think if there was a few more Mark cards, and they were on a character who doesn't have double damage as a mechanic, then it could be playable. It could be playable. But unfortunately, the only mark we have is pressure point. It's a single card on the best character in the game who has a lot better things to be doing. And that said character can double their damage on all their attack cards, which makes their strike deal 12. So you're competing with Strike doing 12. You're worse than Strike. You're worse than Strike. And that's why it's F. I will never click pressure points unless I'm joking, because it's worse than Strike. I can transform Strike and get pressure points, and I am worse off. How is that possible? I don't know. This is why I kind of wish this card was on Silent, because if it was on Silent, that would be positive. If it was on Defect, that would be positive. Even on Ironclad, that would be positive. Actually, no, on Ironclad, you have Vulnerable quite often, so... Maybe not as good on Ironclad, because you have Vulnerable, and Strength scaling. So yeah, it might be worse on Ironclad as well. But yeah, on Silent or Defect, pressure points could actually, like, it would be better than Strike, at least. I'm not sure if it would be good. It probably would still not be that great, but it would be at least better than Strike. But yeah, they put it on the character. They put it on the character who has Giga Strikes. So, like, what are you doing? You never take it. Unfortunate. It's probably actually going to be the... no, I was about to say it's going to be the very bottom of the list. That might not even be true. That might not even be true. I can think of another card that's probably lower. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Sorry, pressure points. Okay, Prostrate. 0 energy, gain 2 mantra and gain 4 block. Upgraded, it gains 3 mantra. In case you don't know what mantra is, once you get 10 mantra, the mantra just stays on you, and once you get 10, you go into Divinity, so you get 3 energy and you do triple damage for return. Pretty strong, but obviously you need to get to 10 mantra. That's kind of difficult. Especially since this character kind of likes doing the stance switching thing more than the divinity thing. But hey, my A20H win was divinity. I had divinity stuff in my deck, and it actually worked. Like, I had a Damaru, which is kind of crappy relic that gives you 1 mantra return. And then I had Toxic Egg, so I got a Prostrate Plus, which gave you 3 mantra. I'm like, huh, wait, I played it. I played the Prostrate twice, and I'll probably go into divinity. And it actually worked. It actually worked. I had a Kunai, so the Kunai was scaling up the Prostrate to actually block for decent numbers, and it was actually working. Like, it had no right working, but it worked. Yeah, the Prostrate's a bit weird. I don't think it's D tier. Like, it's not that bad, but it's like, yeah. I would probably prefer just Lucky. Prostrate is not that great, but when it plays, sometimes it does play. It does play sometimes. Sometimes. It sometimes plays. So, yeah, I mean, you're not really looking to take a 0-cost block card on Watcher unless it's called Halt. Sometimes, and sometimes you even don't want Halt. Like, that's the problem, right? Halt is in B tier, and a lot of the times, like, in Act 1, you're skipping Halt. So what chance does Prostrate have? Because you look at the amount they block, Halt blocks 3 outside of Wrath, and Prostrate blocks 4. So Halt is almost just better. Even outside of, like, unless you get into Divinity, this is just worse than Halt all the time. Unless you're getting Divinity. But since it sometimes can give you Divinity, it sometimes can do that. Honestly, maybe it is D tier. I don't know. I won't put it in D tier yet, but it could go to D. I don't know when I'm ever taking Prostrate. But it's like, fine, I guess. Yeah, whatever. Okay. Protect. 2 energy, retain, gain 12 block, upgrades to gain 16 block. Protect is actually okay. Now, it's not my favorite card in the world, but it's actually okay. I don't mind this card. I think it's better than just Lucky. I think it's maybe better than Consecrate. It might be here. No, it's not great. Like, I'm not gonna go around taking Protect. Okay, I'm not gonna go around taking Protect. Actually, I'm gonna drop this to D for now. I'll see what else fills up. But yeah, Prostrate, you're not taking that often. Just like at least like does some damage. The mantra is usually not mattering on the Prostrate, so. And when it does matter, it's like a very niche run. It's like, it's weird. Anyway, yeah, I should might put the Flying Sleeves higher as well. I'll see how that goes. Yeah, okay, Protect. Having a retaining block card is quite nice. It's not a good one. It's not a good retaining block card. It's very expensive. But having a retaining block card is kind of nice. I don't mind this card. It's okay. Maybe Consecrate is slightly better. I don't mind Consecrate. It's okay. But yeah, like... Yeah, Protect is fine. Sometimes you take it. It doesn't really get in the way that much. Like, in terms of other Defends and Watcher. Defends on Watcher get in the way. You're trying to do your Wrath turn, and it says you do Defend, so you can't actually do enough damage because you didn't do enough attacks. But Protect, you draw it once, and then it won't clog your draws again. It just stays in your hand, and when you need it, well, that means you needed it. And if you needed it, then that's worth having in your deck, right? To block 12 when you needed it. Like, that's good. But yeah, it's a bit expensive. It's only blocking 6 per energy, which is not that good. If you can upgrade it, it's okay. Like, if you get a free one upgraded. Also, maybe you get Establishment. Maybe it decosts with Establishment or whatever. Like, sometimes you can play this. It's a bit clunky, but I actually don't mind this card. It's okay. It's fine. In terms of block cards on Watcher, it's one of the better ones. Like, you know, anything that retains. Retain is very strong. Like, Retain, just put Retain on a card to make it way better. Like, Flying Sleeves, for example. One is you do it, like, would suck. With Retain, it's, like, slightly less sucky. Like, it could go and see maybe. Maybe. But yeah, like, okay, it retains. That's all it needs. Not great, but it's fine. It's fine. Okay, Sash Whip. 1 energy, deal 8 damage. If the last card played this combat was an attack, apply 1 weak. Upgrades to 10 damage and apply 2 weak. So it's actually the exact same as Cross Joints. In terms of stats, they both do 8 and they both apply 1 vulnerable or 1 weak. Upgrade, they both do 10 and apply 2 vulnerable or 2 weak. But the activation requirement is different. So for Cross Joints, you need to play a skill before playing the Cross Joints, and for Sash Whip, you need to play an attack before playing the Sash Whip. Also, you can play attack the turn before, or a skill the turn before. So, a general tip, if you have a Cross Joints in your deck, try to end your turn with a skill. So that means if you draw Cross Joints next turn, it's already active. You can already play it just to apply vulnerable immediately, next turn. And same thing with Sash Whip. But the opposite. If you have a Sash Whip in your deck, and you don't have a Cross Joint, then try to end your turn with an attack, so that if you draw Sash Whip next turn, you can immediately apply Weaken. Not like a super big deal, but it's good to keep in mind. And if you have both cards, then just think about which one you'd rather play more. Maybe you have the Miracle in your hand still. If you have the Miracle still, then the Crush Stones can be activated anyway, so maybe you want to end with an attack. But then sometimes, like, maybe you're entering, like, you're ending the turn with, like, Vigilance or something, and if you're ending the turn with Vigilance, then obviously you're not playing attack for Sash Whip, so, you know, it depends. You can see what you're doing. But yeah, like, thing to keep in mind, it's decent. This card is okay. So the thing with Sash Whip is, on the good Watcher runs, you don't need it, and on the bad Watcher runs, it's actually incredible. I'm going to put it, like, right here, I think. I think Bowling Bash is more commonly picked. Maybe this actually does go here, but, I'm not sure. Bowling Bash, I feel like Sash Whip at the top of C tier makes a lot of sense. I think Bowling Bash is more commonly picked because it's actually decent in Act 1. Sash Whip is not really something you want to take, but when you take Sash Whip, it does kind of work. Only on decks that can't block, though. But when you can't block, it actually kind of works. And it also kind of needs an upgrade. And the upgrade obviously is damage up as well, so it's decent. It's a bit weird, but yeah, I think Sash Whip's okay. It's fine. It's definitely serviceable. It's like just on the edge of skip for me. Like just on the edge of skip. But I'll take it if like I'm not offered anything else. I'll just take a Sash Whip. And sometimes it's good later. So yeah, there you go. Sash Whip. Good job, Sash Whip. Actually a decent card. Like it's perfectly fine. Third Eye. 1 energy, gain 7 block and scry 3. Upgrade is gain 9 block and scry 5. So it's only a +2 block upgrade, but it's a +2 scry upgrade, which is actually decent. I mean, I still probably wouldn't manually upgrade this very often, but if you get upgrades for free, it's nice. Scry 5. I feel like this card, in theory, should be better than it actually is. Like, in theory, I feel like, oh, it should be a decent card. It's a decent block card, but you just don't need block cards on Watcher. And the Scry's a bit awkward in the sense that, like, you know, the Cut Through Fate actually... Like, look, these are equivalent, right? You have Scry 2, draw 1, and Scry 3. And they both upgrade into Scry 3, draw 1, and Scry 5. So the Scry 5 is more, but Scry 5, like, it's not as good. The fact that you don't draw the card instantly is really hurts the Third Eye, I think. Yeah, the fact that you don't draw a card instantly out of it. So you can't really manipulate your turn for it. And it's like, a lot of the time in Wrath, you're in Wrath with the Cut Through Fate, and you use it to draw more attacks to get more value out of your Wrath. In Third Eye, you can't do that. It's not even, like, the thing you want to play in Wrath. So really, you just play it to block, and then hopefully your next turn lines up. And it's only 3 cards. It doesn't feel that good. I think it's okay. Like, it's probably C tier somewhere, but, like, I'm not jumping at this card. I think Consecrate's, like, okay, and it's, like, probably better than Protect. I feel like sometimes Protect is better, though. But I'll put it above Protect. I feel like having the Retain is quite nice in Protect. And I feel like sometimes I have Protect on my deck and I actually play it, and sometimes I have Third Eye and I don't really play it. So it's a weird card. It's a weird card. I'm going to put it in C. It's not, like, great. Yeah, just block cards on Watcher are not that important. But it does something. It does something. Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, good. Yeah, whatever. It's definitely better than Evaluate, like by a fair bit. So, if you're going to take a block card, take a Third Eye. Do not take an Evaluate, take a Third Eye. It's okay. That's not what I meant to do. Oh, God. I keep doing that. I keep pressing down instead of side. Because my, I want to line this up. Yeah, there we go. My Slayer Spy is in a different window, so I need to, like, scroll over to it. I keep accidentally, whatever. Tranquility. 1 energy, retain, enter calm and exhaust, upgrades to 0. So it's the exact same as Crescendo, except it enters calm instead of Wrath. I think it's better than Crescendo. I like having a Tranquility. I will click the first Tranquility in a lot of runs. You don't need multiple, usually not. You don't need multiple. But I would rather have multiple Tranquility than multiple Crescendo, usually. The really, really nice thing with Crescendo, with Tranquility, the really, really nice thing with Tranquility is that, you know those turns where you draw a bunch of attacks in Wrath, and it's like the best Wrath turn ever. It's so good. The enemy's not attacking you. You draw a bunch of attacks, and it's like Lagavulin. This happens a lot in Lagavulin, I feel. And you wake him up with just Wrath and a ton of attacks. And the next turn, you don't draw Exit. And you take 40. You know when that happens? It doesn't feel very good, does it? Yeah, well, Tranquility just prevents that from happening ever. It lets you take the risky Wrath line and be completely safe. Because you either draw your Vigilance or your Empty Fist or whatever you need to exit. You either draw that next turn naturally, and then you don't even need to play the Tranquility, you just play the Vigilance or whatever. Or you don't draw anything. Maybe you draw a bunch of attacks again, right? You draw a bunch of attacks again. Okay, so play some more attacks in Wrath and then go into Tranquility and you're safe. The fact that you're just completely safe with this in your hand is quite valuable. Again, it's not the great, like, don't spam this in your deck. But Calm is like pretty good to have, and it's like one of the worst Calm cards as well, which is funny. Because it's still pretty good. Yeah, actually, what is the worst Calm card? I think it's Vigilance, actually. I think the worst Calm card is Vigilance. I like the Retain on Tranquility, and all the other Calm cards are busted. So... and Vigilance is still decent as well. That's the thing. Vigilance is like B tier. If I could add more Vigilance to my deck, I would put that at like B tier, I think. So like... it's not bad. Yeah, I'm gonna put it here. It's better than Crescendo. I'm not sure if it's better than Cut. I thought it was better than Empty Fist, though. Ooh. Is it actually here, then? Or is Empty Fist too high? Empty Fist is a lot of damage early game, though. Tranquility is so safe, though. Yeah, I think that Tranquility is more important because I think having a lot of exit sources is more important than having a lot of Wrath sources. If you have a lot of Wrath sources, you can be stranded in Wrath and then die. If you have a lot of Calm sources, then you just play your one Wrath card whenever you can. Because, you know... if you don't have a lot of Calm, then you can't play your Wrath card whenever you can, right? Because sometimes you play your Wrath card, you play Eruption, and you can't exit. Therefore, you'll die. So sometimes you just have to not play it, and then if you don't play it, well, then you're missing out. But if you have a lot of Calm cards or a lot of exit, then you can actually just play Eruption more often. So in effect, you have more Wrath cards. Because you can play the one Wrath card you do have more often. Crescendo just gives you another Wrath card. It still doesn't solve the issue that you can't actually exit. Unless you add more exit. And Tranquility is exit. I'm not sure if it's actually better than Cut and Empty Fist, though. It's quite tough. Those are both very good cards. And the thing is, like, I'll add multiple cuts. I add 1 or 2 Empty Fists. Probably not more than 2, ever. 1's usually enough, but 2 is okay. And then Tranquility is, like... I'm also never adding really multiples, but you add 1 Tranquility, and it just makes your deck so much safer, but it is a bit of a dead draw the first time you draw it. Like, the one time you draw Tranquility, it's kind of dead, but every turn after that, it's good. So, until you use it, obviously. But, like, it just gives you safety. Even if you don't use it, it just gives you safety. You have the option. So you can play riskier, because you have the option to just go into Calm if you don't draw any other exit. So yeah, it's actually a fair bit better than Crescendo. The thing is, though, like, in Act 1, I'm not taking it as often. Oh, no, I'll probably take it in Act 1 if it's up against nothing. But if it's up against Cut in Act 1, am I taking Cut or Tranquility? Am I taking Tranquility or Cut in Act 1? Am I taking Empty Fist or Cut in Act 1? I think I'm taking Empty Fist in Act 1 over Tranquility. And I'm taking Cut in Act 1 over Tranquility? I probably am. Am I? Oh, this is hard. But I am pretty sure now that I do want Crescendo in A tier, I think. Until further notice. But I do feel like it does kind of fit here. I don't know. I don't know. I really can see this. Like, sometimes this is better. Sometimes it's just useless. Sometimes you have enough Calm, but, like, you need Calm. It also exhausts. So, like, it's not like it's making your fight permanently safer. But the Empty Fist just kills things, though. Early game, this just kills things. Late game, it's still fine. Early game, this doesn't do that much. Late game, it's better, though. It's better late game. But by late game, you probably have other sources. Okay, I'm actually going to put lower, but it's quite tough. I might change this order later. But for now, I'll do that. Battle Hymn. At the start of each turn, add a Smite into your hand. Cost 1 energy. Upgrades to Innate. And the Smite costs 1 energy and deals 12 damage, and it retains. The fact that Smite retains is quite nice. Yeah, the fact that Smite retains is quite nice. Because, I mean, whenever flying slave, if it's like, okay, like, Smite's actually quite good. Because, yeah, you just keep them in your hand until you enter Wrath, and you play a ton of Smites. They do tons of damage. They do 24 in Wrath. You just do 24 damage a bunch of times, kill the enemy. Battle Hymn, of course, the first time you play it, it's not adding a Smite, so it's useless the time you play it. Watcher already has that issue, because you have a lot of powers that you want to play that are better than this. The thing I like about Battle Hymn, the thing I really like about Battle Hymn, is you can take this in, like, Act 1, and just not take any damage cards ever again. Like, legitimately. You can kind of get away with having a thinner deck by just making Battle Hymn your only damage card. This is enough. It gives you 24 damage a turn. Because yes, it will be 24. You are playing them in the Wrath, almost certainly. This is 24 damage a turn. That's a lot of damage. Like, you have to spend energy. It's not free. You have to spend energy. But 24 damage a turn is a lot. And it's only a one-cost, like... It's only a one-time, like, investment. Like, I do like this card, but I'm not... I used to like it more, I think. I'm not sure how often I'm going to take it nowadays. But I think this card is fine. Like, I almost want to put it in low B, but maybe not. I'll put it at high C. I feel like... Yeah, Battle Hymn can sometimes just solve your damage. On this character, like, forever. Like, literally, just add Battle Hymn. Like, if I see Battle Hymn in the first card reward, I probably just pick it and just skip attacks for the rest of the game. Like, but a lot of times you don't really want to add this, because, yeah, it is a bit of a brick. It doesn't help, like, really burst down things quickly. Like, in Act 2, let's say in Act 2 you want to enter Wrath and just kill things immediately. Well, the Battle Hymn, if it's in your hand, it's not doing anything that turn. It's doing something next turn, but not that turn. And sometimes you could have had lethal that turn if you didn't have the Battle Hymn. It's a bit weird, but I do kind of like what Battle Hymn does in some decks. I think C tier makes sense. I like high C for it, I think. It does sometimes just really add a lot of damage, but it's not needed. I'll leave it there. I'll leave it there. Carve Reality. 1 energy. Deal 6 damage and add a smite into your hand. Upgrades to deal 10. Again, I don't know what it is with Watcher. And having attack upgrades on perfectly fine cards that instead of adding +3 like every other character, adds +4. Why does it add +4? No clue. It makes it a decent upgrade. Because you want to play Carve Reality anyway to get smites, and then the upgrade, making the first part actually, the first part is just a strike. Upgrading it to 10 damage makes it no longer just a strike. And then you get and you're playing this a lot. You're playing this more than strike because you're playing this to get the smites. You're incentivized to play this. Same as Empty Fist. You're incentivized to play Empty Fist to get out of Wrath. You're incentivized to play this to get smites, then play later in Wrath. This does a lot of damage. This is one of the best attack cards on, like, I want to see on Watcher. I almost want to say it's better than Flurry. And the reason I want to say it's better than Flurry is, again, I feel like Flurry is a bit redundant. Flurry is actually not adding a lot of damage unless you have a lot of stance swap already. And if I have a lot of stance swap, then, like, I don't care, like, that much about having a good damage card. While with the Carve Reality, it's like, you know, let's say I'm in Act 1, right? I need to add damage cards in Act 1. Like, that's kind of an important part of the game. Okay, I add Carve Reality, and it's kind of like Battle Hymn. My damage is kind of sorted for the rest of Act 1. Like, it's actually that good in Act 1. And even in Act 2, it's really good. It's really strong. The Flurry, it only becomes strong if I have a good deck, so it's not as consistent. Yeah, the cards can you a big energy sink. Like, the first part costs energy. Like, it costs 2 energy to do both parts, but you can just save the second part till later. You can play the Carve, the first part, and just have a smite in your hand, and then keep that smite until you draw Wrath. It's pretty strong. I do actually think it is better than Flurry, honestly. I feel like Flurry is overrated, and Carve is, like, slept on a little bit. Carve is, like, very good. And I mean slept on by newer players. I feel like, some experienced players will, like, know the Carve's pretty good. Unless I'm wrong. Maybe Carve sucks. Maybe I'm just wrong. But I do like Carve fair bits. I'm almost tempted to put it low A. I'm not even kidding. This is, like, it's all the damage you need. Like, this is the damage card I want to see in Act 1. You just add this and I'm done. Like, it's like Battle Hymn, but it's better. Battle Hymn's technically better. Like, more smites, but this is enough. You don't need more. Yeah, it is actually just that good. You just add it, you're done. It's probably going to look out of place with the rest of the A tier cards, though. Like, most likely. So I will put it here, I think. Yeah, this is amazing Act 1 and 2 card for damage. It's really good. I'll see. Maybe it does go in A. But you want, like, 1 card like this on Watcher. You don't want to take too many, but, like, 1 card like this on Watcher, that's it. That's it. You're done. You're done for damage. I'll actually put it in A for now. I might drop it down. I'll put it in A for now. I do like Carve Reality a fair bit. It's quite strong. It's very unassuming as well, but it's quite strong. Collect. X cost. Put a Miracle Plus into your hand at the start of your next X turns and exhaust. Upgraded its X plus 1 turns. And a Miracle Plus is 0 energy to gain 2 energy and it retains. Yeah. So it basically duplicates your energy. It's like double energy on defect, but a lot slower. And I already didn't put double energy that high. And that's on defect. The character can afford, like, to have a bigger deck with some cards that aren't as good. Collect. Yeah, so, yeah, so basically, like, let's say you put in 2 energy. You put X equals 2. Yeah, so next turn you get a Miracle Plus. That's 2 energy, so you already get your energy back. And then the turn after that, you get another Miracle Plus, you get your energy back. You get +2 energy, basically. So it doubles your energy, really. Gives you 4, but you spent 2. And they're miracles, they retain, so you can keep the miracle and spend the energy when you need it. Like, it's okay in theory. It's just slow, right? It's slow. It's giving you energy in the future turns. Like, why? Is it actually F? How often is Collect good? How often is Collect good? I feel like I never take this, and when I do take it, it's a bit underwhelming. That summarizes it pretty well, actually. I never take it, and when I take it, it's still underwhelming. Ah, well. Sucks to suck, Collect. I'm sorry. You're definitely higher end of F. But you're F. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Collect. Hey, maybe I have Chemex. Maybe it's already upgraded. And then it's free. Free energy. And then so Deus Ex. It's just Deus Ex, then. But worse. Huh, interesting. Yeah, I'm not sure, like, if you ever need this and what. The extra energy is nice, I guess. I think you have to spend energy on it in the first place. And it's like, okay, I put in... Like, I think how sad this is, right? Like, you don't always have a lot of energy to spend. So sometimes, like, I might put 1 energy in the Collect. I put 1 energy in, okay? And the next turn I get 2 energy. Wow. Yeah, get an F tier. Get an F tier. Conclude. 1 energy. Deal 12 damage to all enemies. Busted. End your turn. Oh. Upgrade to 16. Okay, this is one that I can actually get behind the upgrade being +4. I can get behind the upgrade being +4 on this one, because it ends your turn. Like, that makes sense. It's meant to be, like, a strong attack that has a big downside. So the upgrade being a bit stronger makes a lot of sense. I can actually agree with this one. This being a +4 upgrade makes a lot more sense than Carve being a +4 upgrade. And a lot more sense than Empty Fist being a +5 upgrade. What the hell were they thinking? Oh. Yeah, +4 upgrade on this is decent. Conclude is weird. It's not terrible. I'm not gonna put an F. I'm not gonna put an F. But it's not terrible, but it's like weird. Is it better than Flying Sleeves? I never really want to take this, but like theoretically, Conclude can do a lot of damage. It could be what you need in some runs. I think I'm more likely to take it than Flying Sleeves, actually. It's not good. I don't want it. And sometimes it's bad for my deck. And if you have Meditate, it's an anti-synergy. And if you have Vault, it's an anti-synergy. Because Vault and Meditate both also end your turn. So Watch has 3 cards that end your turn. She has Conclude, Meditate, and Vault. Now Conclude is just an attack and ends your turn. Meditate puts you in Calm, which is great. And then unless you retain 2 cards, or 1 card, upgraded 2 cards, which is great. That's worth ending your turn. Like, what do you... You probably want to end your turn with Calm anyway. So, ending your turn is not that big of a downside. Because you're playing it at the end of the turn anyway. And then you get some retain. So, it sets up next turn pretty well. So, Meditate's great. And then Vault, you just get a new turn. So, it's ending your turn, but you're getting a new turn. You're getting a new turn. Meditate and Vault is already a bit of an annoying combo. Because sometimes I want to enter Meditate to get a good next turn, right? To, like, get my Eruption on top and enter Calm. Like, I want a good turn for next turn. So, I use Meditate for that. But Vault... maybe I'm going to get ahead of the enemy and play my Vault, but I can't play my Vault if I also want to play my Meditate. So sometimes I play Vault without the Meditate, and then you don't even get a good next turn, and it would have actually been better to Meditate. Like, that can happen sometimes, and it's annoying, because they both end your turn, so you can't play both at the same time. If they're both in your hand, you can only play one. And those are both extremely good cards, though, so it's okay that they have a bit of an annoying, like, interaction together, because they're both really good on their own. Conclude is not as good on its own, and then it also has the same problem that Meditate plus Vault do with each other. Where I draw this with my Meditate, I draw Conclude and Meditate at the same time. What would I rather play? Yeah, probably Meditate. I draw my Meditate and Vault at the same time. I draw my Conclude and Vault at the same time. What would I rather play? Probably Vault. So where am I playing this? Where am I playing this? Someone please explain. And the big problem with Conclude, right, is you want to use Wrath on a big attack like this, right? You want to use Wrath on a big attack like this. Okay. Yeah, end your turn in Wrath. Yes, great. Wow, that sounds great. Let's do that. So, you either have to kill with this, or they need to not be attacking you, which, if they're not attacking you and you do Wrath, you already drew well. So, and at the very least, right? At the very least, if they're not attacking you, you enter Wrath, you play Conclude, and you don't kill them, next turn, if you don't have lethal or exit, you're taking a bunch of damage. It's the same risk I was talking about earlier with Tranquility. So Conclude's very awkward. It's very awkward. That being said, it has a lot higher potential than the follow-up. That being said, though, I actually kind of prefer the follow-up. Follow-up's kind of nice. I don't think this is F tier, but I think I might put it here. I might put it here. It's... every time I have Conclude, I don't really ever get to use it. It's okay, though. It's fine. It is a lot of damage. It's just the downside is quite steep. The downside is quite steep. That is really hard to justify adding this to the deck. Yeah, it's hard to justify adding it. But it can sometimes be okay. It does a lot of damage. I'm not going to put it in F. I'm not putting this in F. This is going to do a lot of damage. This is a really good AoE card. I'm not sure if Watcher needs it. The downside is quite big. I'm just going to leave it at the bottom of D. That's if we conclude. Now, I conclude. I'm sorry. That's the conclusion. Alright, Deceive Reality. 1 energy, gain 4 block, add a safety into your hand. Upgrade, gain 7 block. The safety is 1 energy, retain, and gain 12 block. So it's like a smite. The safety and the smite are actually the exact same number. They both 12. The smite does 12 damage, the safety blocks 12, and they both retain, they both cost 1. So this is the equivalent of Carve Reality. It's Carve Reality as a block card, right? Carve Reality does 6 damage and gives you a smite. This does 4 block and gives you a safety. Deceive Reality is slightly less block for the first part of it. Also, the upgrade isn't as good. Deceive Reality is not as good as Carve Reality. Is that true? I do actually really like Deceive Reality, like, quite a lot. Deceive Reality is probably the best random, just dexterity block card you can add to a Watcher. Like, I'm not really going to add, like, Evaluate. I'm not going to add... I'm not a huge fan of Third Eye. It's okay, but I'm not a huge fan. Like, Protect, like, whatever. This is a retaining block's not that great. The Deceive Reality is... The safety is 1 energy block 12. So, it's literally just a Protect that costs 1 less, which is huge. Because the retain is quite good. Like, the 12 block is not the problem with Protect. Like, that's good. It's the 2 energy that's the problem. This was costing 1. This would be great. That's what Deceive Reality is. It costs 1. You do have to pay 2 energy. Like, this is still 16 block for 2. And this is 12 block for 2. But the good thing is, you can play the first part whenever. And then you have the safety on the turn you need to block. That's quite big. Yeah, Deceive Reality makes things so safe. Makes things so safe. I'm actually going to do, like, something like this. Or maybe something like this. I'm going to put it in ATR. I do like Deceive Reality a fair bit. Is it better than Carve Reality? Carve Reality is a damage card. It's not as necessary. I feel like Deceive Reality is, like, really good sometimes. Like, really good. And there's other attacks you can add on Watcher. Well, okay, so yeah, there's other attacks you can add on Watcher, like the Flurry of Blows, which aren't maybe, like, a slightly worse, or maybe better than Carve Reality, or, like, you know, they're like, kind of different, right? They're still attacks. But there's other options, is what I'm trying to say. There's other options to attacks on Watcher. Deceive Reality for, like, dexterity block, like, just a front-loaded block option, is the best block on Watcher, like, the best front-loaded block on Watcher, for sure. Obviously, if you have, like, a meditate, or not a meditate, if you have, like, a mental fortress or something, or maybe you have, like, a really good halt, like, way to guarantee halt blocks a lot, that's better. But it is harder. Generally, if Deceive Reality is bad in your run, you've already won. If Deceive Reality is a bad card, you have won. Okay? You've won already. So, like, who cares? When Deceive Reality is good, it is very good. It's, like, actually such a good way to just block. Because, yeah, the retaining block is powerful. I do like Deceive Reality a fair bit. Especially early game. If I see this, I'm taking it. Late game, you can try to skip it and keep the deck slim, but I don't mind adding one of these anyway. Yeah, no, the reality cards are pretty good. Just adding cards that retain in your hand. Carve Reality does a bunch of damage, and Deceive Reality does a bunch of block. These are great. I do like them better than Crescendo, I think. Maybe. I do think Tranquility is better than Crescendo. Crescendo is not as needed. I like this, actually. I like this. This makes sense to me. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Empty Mind. 1 energy. Draw 2 cards, exit your stance. Upgrade to draw 3 cards. This should not be an next Empty Fist. That should not be next Empty Fist. Empty Mind's a lot better than Empty Fist. Always the thing, right? Empty Fist is better in Act 1 and 2. Empty Mind is better later. I don't think Empty Mind is S, but it might be a high A tier. Empty Mind is obviously stance exit. It's great. It's a bit annoying with Wrath because you exit Wrath at the end of a turn usually. Like, you play all your attacks and then exit Wrath. So for that purpose, Empty Fist is better. Empty Fist is better at exiting Wrath. Empty Mind is better at exiting Calm. That's very true, actually. That's very true. Yeah, Empty Fist better for exiting Wrath, Empty Mind better for exiting Calm. Empty Mind you can add more copies of. Like, I'm not going to add that many copies of Empty Fist, but Empty Mind I will just keep adding copies. They're fine. Yeah. Yeah, so if you want to use Empty Mind to exit Wrath, it's a bit weird. It's a bit weird. Because you're drawing cards at the end of your turn when you can't even play the cards anyway. It's a bit weird. There's actually a true downside. That's a true downside to that card. And also, it kind of needs an upgrade. Like, just draw 2 is not that much. You kind of need to upgrade it to draw 3. Okay, I like it. I like where it is. I like where it is. Yeah, it's a very strong card. If you have a lot of Calm in your deck, which you generally do want to add a lot of Calm to your deck, then you just have... You're playing Empty Mind to draw cards on the same turn you're gaining energy by exiting Calm. So, you're getting energy and card draw, and it's quite a lot. And you can draw into more Calm sometimes, because 1-cost Calm cards exist, and you play the Calm card, and then you keep doing it again and again. And Empty Mind can be quite good. It can also, like, help you infinite sometimes. Yeah, it does kind of need an upgrade, kinda. The upgrade's quite good. The going from draw 2 to draw 3 is quite impactful. Yeah, I like that for now. I like that for now. Fasting. 2 energy. Gain 3 strength and 3 dexterity, and gain 1 less energy at the start of each turn. So if you're at 4 base energy, let's say you pick up a boss, you're at 4 energy, you play Fasting, you now have 3 energy each turn instead. And it upgrades to 4 strength and 4 dexterity. And obviously, if you have 3 base energy, it's kind of hard to play this. At 3 base, you're putting your base energy down to 2, which is a bit hard. And you do have 3 strength and 3 dex, so you're hitting for a lot more. So you're kind of losing an energy. You're kind of losing an energy in terms of, like, attacking, but then the extra strength and dex you get means your block and attacks are doing more. You're kind of getting that energy back through that. But then the issue is sometimes you don't want to just attack or block in a turn. Sometimes you want to play, like, powers or do something else, and the energy loss will hurt. Yeah, Fasting's weird. I think Battle Hymn's probably better. I don't mind Fasting. I think it's like a low C. There's sometimes you take this Fasting, but it's weird. It is weird. Better than Just Lucky. No. Yeah, Fasting's really weird. I'm not sure about it. It can be really good, but sometimes it's actually just detrimental, and it's really hard to get to work in the deck, but sometimes it is what you need. Sometimes it's what you need, so keep an eye out for Fasting. Don't have too much to say on it. We'll reorder some of the bottom cards later. Fear No Evil. 1 energy, deal 8 damage. If the enemy intends to attack, enter Calm. And then upgraded to 11 damage. Yeah, so obviously Calm is... this is a 1-cost Calm card, so obviously you exit Calm to get 2 energy back. And this puts you in Calm for 1 energy, so, you play Fear No Evil into Eruption, you're energy neutral. Because Eruption costs 1, and Fear No Evil costs 1, and you get 2 energy back. So you can just stand swap a few times. That's what's powerful with, like, Mental Fortress or whatever. No, this card's great. 1-cost Calm cards are busted. I think 1-cost Calm cards are more important than Empty Mind. Yeah, I do. I think so. It's top of 8 then. 1-cost Calm is busted. It just is. I'm not going to say much more. Also, I'm going to actually lower this down. Yeah, this is fine. Yeah, no, 1-cost Calm is busted. I don't have much to say. It's just very strong. So, it's just very strong. It's also an attack, so this is better than Inner Peace early game, I think, because having this attached to attack is quite good. Also, it's kind of like Empty Fist in the sense that, like, you're in Wrath, and you use this attack to exit Wrath, so you get double damage on the attack right before you exit, which is nice. And you put you in Calm right at the end of the turn when you want. Also, the requirement on it, if the enemy intends to attack, enter Calm. So you can't enter Calm if they're not attacking, which is sometimes annoying. It sometimes is, because sometimes you're trying to do a lot of damage, like with Tantrum, by entering Calm, going into Tantrum, Rushdowning, back into Tantrum, playing another Calm card, going back to Tantrum. You want to do that? And with Fear No Evil, you can't do that. Like, let's say the Heart is buffing. You can't do that on the Heart buff turn. As well, at least. You can sometimes do it a little bit, but not as well, because your Fear No Evils aren't working. So you can't go into Calm to get the extra energy or re-trigger Rushdown by re-entering Wrath. And that limits your damage potential a lot. So it is annoying sometimes, but otherwise, generally this downside isn't that big of a deal, because, you know, if I'm in Wrath and the enemy is not attacking, I don't really care that much about exiting Wrath. I can maybe greed, and just stay in Wrath and keep attacking. And just kill them next turn, maybe, or maybe exit next turn. And if they are attacking, then I can just go into Calm, so what's the problem? So it's pretty strong. But yeah, 1-cost Calm is ridiculous. I don't remember when I skipped 1 cost calm with this character. I could even put it in S, but I'm not going to quite do that. I think there is such a thing as too much 1 cost calm, but 1 cost calm is very easy to just keep clicking. Also, the S tier cards on Watch are kind of better than that, so there'll probably be a thing. Foreign Influence. 0 energy. Choose 1 of 3 attacks of any color to add into your hand and exhaust. Upgrading it makes the card you pick cost 0. So this is like the version of Infernal Blade, Distraction, and White Noise that the other characters have. Those other characters, the card itself, like the Infernal Blade for instance, the Infernal Blade costs 1, but the attack you pick always costs 0. And then when you upgrade it, it makes Infernal Blade itself cost 0. So now you play the 0 cost for the first part, and then the card you pick is also 0. Foreign Influence is kind of like that in reverse. The card always costs 0. Like, the actual Foreign Influence costs 0 all the time. But the card you pick from it does not cost 0. So if Foreign Influence shows me a Carnage, Carnage was 2 energy, deal 20 damage on Ironclad, right? And it can show that because it shows the card of any color. If the Foreign Influence shows me a Carnage, I need to spend 2 energy on that Carnage. But if I upgrade my Foreign Influence, now the Carnage costs 0 for a turn. So it's a bit weird, but it makes sense because actually picking... It doesn't sound that good, but picking 1 of 3 cards of any color, 1 of 3 attacks of any color is surprisingly extremely strong. You normally get some, like, big cost attack that's really good, and having to pay 2 makes sense, and you upgrade the Foreign Influence. The Foreign Influence upgrade actually feels very good, because, yeah, upgrading it so you just get a, the Foreign Influence upgrade feels very good, because just being able to play, like, a Carnage or whatever 2-cost attack you picked, maybe you get, like, a Ragnarok, because you can get Watch cards as well. Maybe you get Ragnarok, like, you get, like, some big attack, and you just play for 0, feels very good. I really like this upgrade. I actually like the card in general. It's a decent attack. It's definitely B tier, I think. I will take this, like, instead of Bowling Bash. Probably. I do like this more than Bowling Bash, I think. It depends. I think I do like it more than Bowling Bash. I think the upgrades are very good as well. Again, I'm not, like, jumping to add a Foreign Influence to my deck, but it's pretty good. I like Foreign Influence a fair bit. Slightly unreliable, but generally the attacks you add are quite good. Like, getting to pick 1 of 3, right? Like, for all 3 of those attacks to whiff, you have to be kind of unlucky. Most of the time, 1 of those attacks will be good. So sure, just add good attacks to your hand. It's fine. And you upgrade it, like, upgrade's quite nice. Upgrade is quite nice. Yeah, don't mind it. I like Foreign Influence. Foresight. 1 energy. At the start of your turn, scry 3. Upgrade to scry 4. Scrying 3/4 every turn is quite strong. It's quite strong. It's very strong, actually. Is this S tier? Yeah, it's S tier. Let's be real. Let's be real. There's other ways to get, but like, there's no replacement for Foresight. And Foresight is like, it might be high A. It might be high A instead. It might be high A. But I don't know. The more I use Foresight, like, originally I could use it, like, I'm not sure if it's actually, the more I use Foresight, it's just like, you just can't get bad draws anymore. The card says, play this card, never get a bad draw again. I mean, you still actually can get a bad draw, but like, you just keep getting good draws. You just keep getting good draws. That makes this character, like, very consistent. It's a great card. It's a great card. Yeah, scrying every turn, like, right before you draw as well. Right before you draw. What was I saying about card draw on scry? Like, Cut the Fate is good because it's card draw on scry. Third Eye is less good because it doesn't give you card draw on your scry. There's no card draw on this scry except for the fact that it's at the start of your turn when you're about to draw 5 cards. And it scries 3. So you have to see 3 out of the 5 cards you're going to draw. Upgraded to see 4. So you see 4 out of the 5 cards you're supposed to draw. If you don't like them, yeah, if you dump them, you don't know what you don't know what you're going to draw after that. Except sometimes you do. Sometimes you do. Let's say your deck is 8 cards, right? There's 8 cards in your draw pile. 8 cards in your draw pile. And Foresight shows you 3 of them. Ha! You know exactly what you're going to draw. You know exactly. You don't know what's going to be at the bottom of your deck, but if there's a card you really need that turn, let's say you're like in Wrath, and you really need Vigilance, like really need Vigilance. You can just scry the top 3 cards away. Guarantee hit your Vigilance, because you will get, you have 8 cards, scry 3, so 3 go to discard, you have 5 in your deck, you draw 5, even if Vigilance was bottom deck, it's now in your hand. Foresight's very strong. I was actually going to maybe put it in A tier, but yeah, no, I think it is actually just that strong. I'm not really skipping Foresight that often. Yeah, I'm not really skipping Foresight that often. There was like a brief period where I'm like, I'm not sure if this card is actually that good, but no, it's very, very, very good. Probably. It could maybe be high A, but I think it deserves the S tier. This card is stupid. And this would be good in any character as well. Any character would absolutely love this card. This card is stupid. Okay. That is it for Foresight. Indignation. 1 energy. If you're in Wrath, apply 3 vulnerable to all enemies, otherwise enter Wrath. Upgrades to 5 vulnerable. So the way this works is, if you're not in Wrath, you just enter Wrath for 1 energy. It's basically Crescendo, without the retain. Like, if you just play it for Wrath, and it doesn't exhaust either, which is decent. Like, you just play it for Wrath, you just go into Wrath, like, sure. But sometimes you're already in Wrath, and you actually get to apply vulnerable, which is actually quite decent. Originally, like, I didn't use the vulnerable that often. I actually recently have been using the vulnerable part of Indignation, like, often enough. And 3 vulnerable's decent. 3 vulnerable is actually quite decent, for Watcher especially. So, yeah, the upgraded version is, not the upgrade. The second effect, like, actually playing it in Wrath, it's not that bad. But it's not, like, huge. It's not a huge part of the card. Generally, this is just reusable Wrath. Reusable Wrath definitely goes in A. Crescendo is not reusable. The retain is not as important as it is on Tranquility, I don't think. I think the Tranquility retain is more important for safety. Crescendo retain is good, but not as important. And also, this exhausting is quite bad, because generally you want to enter Wrath multiple times a fight to get a bunch of damage going to Calm, bunch of damage going to Calm, bunch of damage going to Calm. Crescendo doesn't let you do that. Indignation does let you do that. Having a reusable Wrath card is quite good. Yeah, I'll take reusable Wrath over, like, pretty much anything. Very important to have reusable Wrath. I take it over Cut. I'll take it over Empty Fist. Probably. Empty Mind. Empty Mind. Empty Mind. Empty Mind is weird. I'll put it here. I feel like I underrate Empty Mind. So I'm going to just assume I'm underrating and keep it high. Yeah, Indignation is actually one of the worst Wrath cards in the game. Like, it's not really not even as good as Eruption. Eruption Plus, at least. But yeah, it's fine. Just 1 cost Wrath is stupid. That's it, it's just stupid. Or just reusable Wrath, I mean. Like, having more Wrath sources in the deck, which lets you... You know, you on Watcher, your run will go badly if you don't get any Calm cards and you don't get any Wrath cards. Here's a Wrath card. I'll add it if I see it. Done. Wrath's in my deck. It's good. Wrath is good. Calm, Inner Peace. Yeah. 1 cost. If you're in Calm, draw 3 cards. Otherwise, enter Calm. Upgrades to draw 4 cards. Yeah, so it's Indignation, but better. It is better than Fin No Evil. It's not like significantly better, but it is better than Fin No Evil. The card draw aspect of it is actually quite nice sometimes. Yeah, the card draw aspect is quite nice sometimes, and the, what am I trying to say? The card draw aspect is quite nice sometimes, and the 1 cost commentary is quite nice. As I said before, sometimes the Fear No Evil condition can be annoying, and Inner Peace just doesn't have to worry about that. And sometimes you just draw it while you're in Calm, and you just draw 3 cards. Which is pretty solid. It's Skim. Yeah, so it's either Enter Calm, which is massive, or it's Skim, which is also an A tier card. Interesting. Yeah, it's very good. It's very, very good. You can just kind of, yeah, again, just kind of spam these in your deck. It's fine. Not much to say about it. 1 cost Calm is very good. You want to get it in a piece or Fear No Evil most runs. Very, very strong. Not much to say about it. It's just good. Like Water. 1 energy. At the end of your turn, if you're in Calm, gain 5 block. Upgrade to gain 7 block. I used to like this card and no longer. I don't like it anymore. It's not that good. It's pretty slow. It's better than Metallicize. But, like, you're in Calm most of the time, but... You're also Watcher, so... You're also Watcher. You don't really need the block. I'm not going to put it in D. I think that's too harsh. Maybe it is D. Low C. Low C. I think there's worse cards than this. I think it's more consistent than Fasting. Just like you can just go to D. Honestly. I don't really care about this card. What does it do? Yeah, what does this actually do? Who cares? I think I like that. I think Protect is actually kind of like, okay, sometimes, like, Water's not doing much a lot of the time. Fasting is sometimes doing a lot, sometimes not. Okay. Yeah, I mean, there's not much to say. It's not that relevant. You know, these CT cards get skipped a lot. The like Water, sometimes, maybe if you're desperate, you can use it for a block plan. Like, it's okay if you need that, but... Yeah, not really a thing you're doing a lot. I mean, it actually does block a decent amount. Like, 5, like, yeah, it's better than Metallicize already. And then you upgrade it to 7, it's, like, still better than Metallicize. Actually, you can block a fair bit. 5 a turn is nothing. It's not 5-turn is nothing. 5-turn is not bad, is what I meant. I was gonna say nothing to sneeze at. But yeah. I had massive deja vu. Oh my god, I have massive deja vu. I'm like, wait, 5-turn is nothing to sneeze at. It's like a weird saying. And then I had deja vu of me saying that's a weird saying. And then I had deja vu of me saying that I had deja vu. And now I'm having deja vu of me describing this deja vu process. Anyway, I'm gonna stop. Imagine this actually happened to the last tier list. Imagine this was actually the exact same as what I went through on the last tier list. And it was actually real deja vu. Anyway. Meditate. 1 energy. Put a card from your discard pile into your hand and retain it. Enter Calm, end your turn. And the upgrade makes you retain 2 cards. Pick and retain 2 cards. Yeah, so it ends your turn, which is like slightly annoying, but busted? Is this actually S tier? Or is it just the very top of A tier? So, Inner Peace and Fear No Evil are more spammable. Like, if you're doing like a Tantrum thing, Inner Peace and Fear No Evil are more spammable. But Meditate is... The ability to retain is really strong, and the ability to... And enter calm as well. And yeah, ending your turn is not too big of a deal. Yeah, the ability to retain 2 cards is very strong, because you can just take back like Eruption and like another exit card. Like Eruption and Inner Peace, or Eruption and like an Empty Fist or something. And you just go into Wrath next turn, be safe. Like this Meditate, like I'm not kidding, Meditate raises your damage in your deck a lot. Because it lets you play Wrath so freely. Because you can always guarantee that you're going to have Wrath plus whatever you need to exit or block with. Very strong card. I'm actually gonna... I'll drop these down. Tranquility I think will stay. I like having one of these in my deck. This could actually also go to him. Oh, we'll see. I'll read all things later if I need. I almost want to put this in S. I am going to put it in S. I am. I actually feel that strongly about Meditate. This card is stupid. Retain 2 cards at the end of your turn. Go into Calm, which is a good effect. On Watcher especially, retaining the cards because you can go into Wrath. Get energy next turn. And then just go back into Calm. I almost think it's better than Foresight. Do I rather have Meditate in my deck than Foresight? Sometimes Meditate can whiff. Foresight is like pretty consistent. Actually, I'm gonna put these back. I just don't like this. Oh, we'll see. We'll see what happens. Oh, another S tier card. A Mental Fortress. 1 energy. Whenever you change stances, gain 4 block. Upgrade to gain 6. This might be, like... based on what it does for the character you're playing as. Like, obviously, no other characters have stances, so I can't really make the comparison, but you get what I mean. This is the strongest card in the game, I think. Like, just period, in the game. I don't think this is a stronger card than Mental Fortress is on Watcher. This is, like, run-defining, and it blocks, like, 5 million. Easily. All the time. This card is stupid. It's actually not okay. It's not okay. It's not an okay card. It's actually dumb. Yeah, Mental Fortress is fucked up. Like, seriously, it blocks so much. The upgrade is good. Why is it... Okay, base 4 is enough. Base 4 could have been the upgraded version, to be honest. Why did it upgrade to 6? Not even 5. 6. Why does it upgrade to 6? What the fuck? It blocks so much. Yeah, no, literally, you can make entire decks just like stand switching, and it works through the Mental Fortress, giving you infinite block. And you don't need block cards in your deck. You just don't need block cards, because Mental Fortress is your block. That's it. You're done. You have enough block, and then you can just stay in. You can just go into Wrath, hit them, and then go into Calm, and you have infinite block, and then you win. And you meditate back, your Wrath did your thing, and you do it again, and then you win. Mental Fortress is stupid. It's actually like, why? Why is this a thing? Yeah, no. Spoilers. This is going to be the top spot at the end. See, I'm not even kidding. If I did a combined character card tier list, not like that would really make sense, but if I was like combining like how good I think this card is on Watcher versus how good I think like Bias Cognition is on Defect, like stuff like that, Mental Fortress would be the very top of the list. I think it is the best card in the game, period. Like, it's stupid. Okay, then what's really funny, look at Nirvana. 1 energy, whenever you scry, gain 3 block, upgrade to gain 4. So, on Balin Lord's tier list, he said he felt like the numbers on these cards should be the other way around, and I agree. Mental Fortress being 3 base into upgrade 4 would make sense. Nirvana being 4 base into upgrade 6 would make sense. And Mental Fortress would still be better than Nirvana. That's the fucked up part. It would still be better. Why is this so low block? You did not scry enough to get a lot of block from this. Like what is definitely better. You're definitely getting more block from Like Water. I mean, this is upgraded 4. This is upgraded 7. But even unupgraded, this is 5. And you're going to trigger the 5 more often than you're going to trigger the 4 from this. Getting this multiple times is hard. You basically need a Foresight, but that means you're relying on Foresight. Otherwise, you're only, like, maybe scrying once in a turn with a Cut Through Fate. This will give you 4 maximum. Like, maybe you have 2 Cut Through Fates, and it's like, okay, it gives you 6. It gives you 8, I guess, with 2 Cut Through Fates. Like, I guess that's better than, like, what, 5, but, like, you had 2 Cut Through Fates in your turn. And you have to rely on other cards. Like, this card sucks. Now, is it actually the worst thing ever? Maybe. Maybe. Is Scry Deck a thing? Is Scry Deck actually a thing? Because I don't think it is. I don't think it's a thing. I don't think Scry Deck is a thing. Conclude is actually, like, sometimes if I need damage, I'll take that. But is Scry Deck even a thing? This feels like just a dead card in your deck. Like, it's a dead power. Like, it occasionally blocks a little bit, but am I ever adding this to my deck? How much Scry do I need to add this to my deck? I basically need Bottled Foresight. If I Bottled Foresight, it's still not even good. It's still not good. Gain 3 block, unupgraded, is stupid. It's Metallicized. This is Metallicized. Okay? It's Metallicized. If you have Scry, what? It's not doing anything. It's not doing anything. I mean, it's better than whatever the crap this is. I actually think Collect is better. Collect actually probably has more uses. This card's just way too low numbers. Yeah, like, look at this. Best power in the game, worst power in the game. I mean, not worst power in the game, that's too harsh, but you know what I mean. Like, Busted, the numbers of this should be swapped. If this was swapped, I could maybe see it a bit higher, but it still wouldn't be that good. And the Mental Fortress would still probably be S tier. Maybe it would be like high A instead. Maybe the low number. I think it would still be S, to be honest. Maybe lower in S. Maybe it wouldn't be the top of S anymore. Maybe it would be the bottom of S instead, with lower numbers. But no, just, yeah. Yeah, sorry, Nirvana. Perseverance, 1 energy, retain. Gain 5 block. When retained, increase its block by 2 this combat. The upgrade makes it gain 7 by default, and then gain by 3 every time it's retained. I think it's worse than Protect. Because the thing is, like, if you're holding this, it means you're not blocking with it. At least like this block's easier. This is just too slow. Like, to even be decent, it's worse than Effect. Like, I think it's, like, okay. It's not F. I think it's better than Evaluate. I think it's, like, maybe sometimes okay. I think it's just better than Evaluate. It's probably worse than Follow Up. It's like, why? Perseverance is just a bit too slow. It's just too slow. But it can be okay sometimes, maybe. If you get an upgrade one for free, it's like, sure. If it's in your deck already, it's like, sure, whatever. But it's not that great. Really not that great. Yeah, okay, that's it for Perseverance. I mean, block card on Watcher, what do you expect? The retain makes it good, but like kind of good, but like yeah, it's kind of just worse than Protect, kind of. And then it's a lot worse than Deceive Reality. And yeah, it's not even block that much. You have other ways to block on Watcher that are better than this. This takes too long. You want to like front load block. You want front load block. At least Protect this front load block. Like, you can draw this early and just play it. Deceive Reality you can draw early and play it. You can not draw Deceive Reality. You can not draw Perseverance early and play it. You have to wait. And if you can wait that long, then like, aren't you blocking fine enough already? Why didn't you retain card? I was like, it's fine. It does something. Prey. 1 energy. Gain 3 mantra. Shuffle an insight into your draw pile. Upgraded. Gain 4 mantra. Is this F? Because I had the like my A21 was a Divinity deck. I had a Prostrate plus. I had a Toxic Egg, so this Prey was a Prey plus. I saw this Prey in a card row. It was Prey plus. I had a Demaru. I skipped the Prey because you know what I realized? Prostrate's better. Prostrate is just better. Prostrate is 1 less mantra. 1 less mantra, but it costs 0 and it blocks for 4. The Prey does nothing. The Prey does nothing. The Prey does nothing. It gives me an insight, so it's like, I guess, draw neutral later. Again, it's like the Evaluate concept, but the Evaluate's usually better. Like, if Evaluate is low D, where's Prey going? F. I do think it's probably top of F. I think there are some maybe Divinity runs that want to play a Prey, but probably not many. Yeah, sorry, Prey. Yeah, it's not good enough. Divinity is already a kind of a thing. Like, Mantra is already a thing you're not really doing that often, and the fact is, like, it's not even a good card. It's just, if the Mantra value was higher, I could get behind it, but it's just a bit low. But then if it was higher, then Worship would be useless, so... yeah, it's weird. It's weird. It's very weird. Sorry, Prey. Yeah, it's like upgraded, you need to play it 3 times. Unupgraded, you need to play it 4 times. Or you need to prostrate. Like, if you have an upgraded, if you have Toxic Egg and you have upgraded Prey and 2 upgraded Prostrates, then you can play all 3 and you're in Divinity. Oh, that sounds extremely specific. That sounds extremely specific. Interesting. Yeah. 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 Okay, reach 7. 2 energy. Deal 10 damage and shuffle a Through Violence into your draw pile. Upgraded, deal 15 damage. The Through Violence costs 0. It deals 20 damage, it exhausts, and it retains. Yeah, so deal 20 damage retain for 0 is pretty strong. The issue is, it's not quite as good as the Carve Reality. The Carve Reality adds the Smite straight to your hand. It's not going to cost you more card draws. If you need to play the Smite immediately, you just can. You can play it right then, or you can wait until Wrath. The Reach Heaven, you actually have to... Not only is the first part expensive, like the Carve Reality also, the first part is cheap. The first part costs 1, and then the second part also costs 1, so it costs 2 total. This also costs 2 total. This costs 2 and then 0. But I would rather spend 1 and 1 separately than 2 and 0 separately, you know? It's a bit easier to afford the 1 and 1 than the 2 and 0. So yeah, sometimes it's hard to play the Reach Heaven in the first place. And then you actually cost another card draw as well. So it's not as good as Carve Reality, but it's still okay. So the other game attack, it's still okay. It's definitely not A tier, but it's really B tier somewhere. I think it's fine. I think I do prefer Crush Joints. Probably Empty Body is better. Around Foreign Influence, I think. I think I prefer the Foreign Influence because they can high roll a lot. But Reach Heaven's okay. Or maybe it's better than Reach... it's probably better than the Foreign Influence, let's be real. But it's decent. It's a decent, like, heavy hitting attack. It's not bad. It's definitely an okay card. But yeah, it does cost you 2 card rolls. It's a bit weird. But the fact you can retain the 3 violences, just have 0 energy, deal 20 in your hand. Yeah, they're gonna do 40, by the way, because you're gonna just be able to wait until you have Wrath, and then go into Wrath, and deal 40. But it does cost a few card draws. It's okay, but it's a little clunkier. But it's actually a fine card. It's definitely fine. It's good attack. That's all for that. Rushdown, 1 energy. Whenever you enter Wrath, draw 2 cards, upgrade to 0 energy. Yeah, so in the board game, I played a little bit of Slay Spy board game, but not that much. They nerfed Rushdown to only activate the first time in a turn. So the first time you enter Wrath in a turn, draw 2 cards. That's what this should be. This card is a mistake. This card is a mistake. This lets you go infinite, like, very easily. This is the infinite card. If you have a small deck, so you remove all the defends and the strikes, or as many as you can, you get to a deck that has less than 10 real cards. If you don't know what I mean by real cards, I mean cards that you have no way of getting rid of mid-combat. So, any powers, they get rid of themselves when you play the power. So that's not a real card, right? That will go away. You play it once, it's gone for the rest of the fight. Like, it's in your deck, but then it's not actually in your deck later on in the fight. So it's not a real card. And then maybe, like, any card that exhausts. Like, I have a Crescendo, maybe. I have a Crescendo, well, that exhausts. So that's not a real card either. Yeah, the Crescendo will exhaust, so that's not a real card either. And then... But then, like, anything else, like Defend, unless you have a way to exhaust Defend, I mean, we're not Ironclad, so we don't have, like, trigger to exhaust our Defend or whatever. You don't have a way to exhaust Defend, so Defend is a real card. It is a real card. You're not going to really be able to get rid of it. Sometimes you have Omniscience, and you can technically Omniscience, like, a Strike or a Defend, just to get it out of your deck. That's technically a thing you can do, but it's pretty costly to do that. So, you know, not really reliable. But, you know, generally... That's what a real card is. And status cards, I say, count as real cards, by the way. If you're fighting the Heart and you care about your real card count, make sure you factor in that the Heart will add 2 real status cards to your deck. It adds 5. Daze goes away. It's ethereal, so that's not real. Slime, you can play it for 1 energy and exhaust it, so that's not real. Void is also ethereal, so that's not real. So Slime, Void, Daze, they are not real cards. The Burn and the Wound are real. There's no way to get rid of them unless you have, like, a medkit or some way to exhaust them, right? So, keep that in mind. If you're ever doing Infinite on the Heart, make sure you have... Make sure your actual deck is 8 real cards, so that when you add in the 2 statuses from the Heart, you're at 10 real cards, which is enough to go Infinite. If you have more than 10 real cards, there's some exceptions, but if you have more than 10 real cards, you probably just can't go Infinite, right? Because you need your whole deck in your hand, and then you need to be able to, like, actually have the discard and draw pile empty when you have your whole deck in your hand. So you need 10, right? And the Wounded Burn will be there, so... But yeah, if you can do that, with Rushdown, then, or if you have Rushdown in your deck and you can get to, 10 or less rule cards, then, what happens is you have a 1-cost Wrath card. It's in the base deck. It's called Eruption. You upgrade your Eruption to 1 cost, which you're basically on Watcher doing at the start of the run almost every single time. You upgrade your Eruption as the first card. So you have an Eruption Plus almost all the time on Watcher. It's a great card. So you have Eruption Plus. That's a 1-cost Wrath card. You then need a 1-cost Calm card. And it has to be a reusable 1-cost Calm card, like within a turn. So Meditate will not work because it ends your turn. You're trying to go infinite, so ending your turn's not great. Tranquility won't work because it exhausts. Vigilance won't work because it's 2 cost, but it will work with Jeweled Lotus. If you get the Jeweled Lotus Boss Relic and exiting Calm gives you 3 energy, then Vigilance is costing 2 and then giving you 3. It just needs to give you one extra energy than you spent. But if you don't have Jeweled Lotus, because it's a very specific Boss Relic, and you probably need an Inner Peace or a Fear No Evil, it's these 2 cards. They both work because you enter Calm for 1 energy, you exit Calm with Eruption for 1 energy. That costs 2 energy to play Inner Peace plus Eruption, and then you get 2 energy back from exiting Calm. And then what happens is you play 2 cards, and you draw both of those cards back with Rushdown. So, yeah, you played 2 cards for 2 energy, then got your 2 energy back, so it's energy neutral. You played 2 cards and then drew 2 cards, so it's card draw neutral. If your deck is empty, if your deck is all in your hand, so your discard pile and your draw pile are empty, your Inner Peace goes to discard, you play Eruption, it goes to discard, Rushdown triggers, draws 2 cards, it will draw the only 2 cards in your deck, which are Inner Peace and Eruption, you draw them and it's infinite. That's how you go infinite Watcher, in case you didn't know. And that's why Rushdown is stupid, because they put card draw, infinite card draw, they put infinitely repeatable, like, activatable card draw on a mechanic that generally when you're doing it is gaining you energy. So, like, Calm is already like a very good energy generating mechanic. But there are limits. The limit to Calm is how much card draw you have. And now they just give you infinite card draw as well every time you do that process. And that's why that's busted. And that's why the board game nerfs it to only activate once in a turn. And I think that's a very good change. I think that's what Rushdown should be. Because I like Rushdown. I like the concept, right? I like the concept. It would be a strong card. I mean, I played the board game. It was strong in the board game too. But, I actually played it wrong. I played it wrong for quite a few fights because I didn't realize it only activated once because I was used to the actual game. But I assume it was quite strong still. But yeah, like, just exiting Calm, getting some energy on the turn you're in Wrath, where you want to have more energy to do a bunch of damage with attacks, like drawing cards to, like, drawing your attacks to do more damage. That's already a good combo. Like, it would already be a good card, just for playing Wrath normally. But the fact you can activate it multiple times is quite strong, so it can't go infinite. I feel like there should have been a limiter. Anyway, I mentioned all that. Yeah, also, like, yeah, the card upgrades to 0 cost, it's fine, like, whatever. They could have made it also, like, only draw 1 card, upgrade to 2 cost, but that wouldn't stop infinite anyway, so whatever. Anyway, in case you can't tell, this card is quite strong. So it can literally just be infinite game plan, and that could be your entire game plan. But even without the infinites, it's still, like, here. Even without the infinite, this card is still stupid. It's just so strong. Because you need some benefit from stance switching. Like, you have so much stance switching ability on this character. You need some sort of output when you stance switch. Mental Fortress is output. That's why it's so good. Rushdown is also output. Getting card draw is output, right? You draw more Calm, and you draw more Wrath. Strong. So, I think this card's stupid. That was a big tangent, but talking about other things that going infinite, but yeah, this card is stupid. Even if you're not going infinite, just being able to draw 2 cards in Enter Wrath, Enter Wrath is already really good. It's already very strong. It's very strong. Card draw is great. It's a repeatable card draw power. It's very good. Sanctity. A 1 energy gains 6 block. If the last card played with this combat was a skill, draw 2 cards. Upgrade to 9 block. I know, like, Sector says this card's okay. I'm not actually sure. I've tried to use it a few times. I don't feel that confident with it. Like, it feels like C tier to me. Like, I know it's like a bit of card. It's only 2 cards though. And it's conditional, so it's kind of awkward. I think it's like here. Like, I don't... I mean, I think it's better than Third Eye, but it's like... Is it even that much better than Third Eye? Like, it's card draw, I guess. The card just feels bad to me. It just feels bad to me. I don't get it. He actually says like a decent block card to add to the character. I'm like, don't really see the vision. I don't see the vision. I don't see it. It's definitely better than Third Eye. It's fairly better than Third Eye. Blocks less though. Conditional. Actual card drop it in the scry, maybe. Huh. Maybe what I do is like... Something like that. I think that makes sense. I think Sanctity is a little bit in Third Eye, but not significantly. Those cards are like, okay. I think Sash Whip's okay. Battle Hymn I do kind of like, sometimes. Battle Hymn go a little bit lower. Oh, the decent block cards are okay. I don't like them. I don't like them. I like Sash Whip a little bit. I like this. Yeah, sure. I'm not a huge fan of Sanctity in Third Eye, but they're okay. They are fine. They are acceptable. They are acceptable. That is all. I just do think Battle Hymn is slightly better. I will actually do this. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Sure thing. Okay. There's the time. 4 energy. Retain. Deal 20 damage. When retained, lower its cost by 1 this combat. Upgrades to 26. So it's a pretty big hitting card. It's a pretty big hitting card, but it's very expensive. It does cost reduce as it goes on, but that kind of means it's pretty slow, right? It's pretty slow if it does that. If that's what you're doing, that's pretty slow. Can't really afford to just stand around here forever waiting for your sense of time to do whatever the hell. Not a huge fan of this card. It's okay. I'll take it in Act 1 if I really need damage. It's like, just okay. It's probably C tier. I don't think it's D. I don't think it's a B. I think it's probably C tier. Like Battle Hymn a bit more. Battle Hymn I think is just more output. Sash Whip's like, okay. Sense time is... It's better than Consecrate. I think so. I actually could put Consecrate a bit lower. And Sense time can go a bit higher, I think. This card's okay. But it's like not great. It's not great. Sash Whip can go slightly lower. I like having some B attacks on Watch Out, but like these aren't that great. And the Sash Whip's like block, and then you got... Yeah, that makes sense to me. That makes sense to me. This makes sense. So I actually want to put Consecrate in D. I think I will. These actually do something sometimes. I don't really want to take this. I'll take it if I'm desperate. So same with Just Lucky. That makes sense to me. Sash Whip is actually a card sometimes. Man, Consecrate's a fair bit better than Follow-Up. I'll put it at the very bottom of C. It's like something I will take if I need. Like AoE or something. How am I actually taking Like Water? I think I'm taking Fasting more than Like Water. I like when I go to D. I'm sorry, Like Water. I'm sorry, Like Water. You're okay. You're fine, but I will take Fasting more often, I think. I think I will take Fasting more often. Fasting actually does like quite a lot sometimes. Like Water's just a bit... Yeah. It's okay. It's a fine card. It doesn't do that much. Oh yeah, that makes more sense to me. Sometimes like okay. This is actually like pretty even list. Like I'm kind of liking this right now. This is looking okay. Sinister move. Okay. 2 energy. Can only be played if it's the only attack in your hand. Deal 30 damage. Upgrade to 40 damage. I need to apologize to Sinister move. I put it really low on my last watcher list. I put it really low. And it has redeemed itself. Now, it's still not a card I want to take that often, right? I'm still going to be tempted not to take it, but it's like right here. I'm completely serious. It is right there. Signature move is strong. It's just strong. I have to admit it. It is actually just good. It's actually just kind of good. I think it's a fair bit better than Sense Time, actually. Sense Time like here, actually. Sash Whip can go... Sash... it's fine. This is... whatever. I do think it's better than Sense Time, though. It's very strong, but it sometimes can whiff. Sense Time is slow. Sense Time is slow, though. Sense of Time is slow, which is not good, but it retains. Yeah, no, actually, the signature move you can't always guarantee your Wrath. The same time you can, so, okay, fair enough. Yeah, fine. I don't think signature move is a little bit better, yeah, sure. Is the signature move better? Oh no, is the Sense Time, like, actually close, I mean? Because even if you're just dealing 30 outside of Wrath, like, that's fine. Does cost 2 though, does like, it's conditional. Yeah, it's conditional. Yeah, sure. Sometimes you can't play it. I would adopt a C. I feel like the Sense Time is too high. Let's do this then. That feels better. Sash Whip is actually an okay thing to take. That feels better to me. Okay. I don't mind this. I definitely want to take this and then Consecrate, I think. This card actually does damage. Yeah, so signature move. I don't mind it. Signature move, it is actually like a lot of damage. Like, again, it's like the only damage card you need on the character sometimes. So, you know, that's it. Just use a big signature move, that's it. Just win the fight like that. Just so much damage. You can upgrade it to 40, which will do 80 in Wrath. Just one-shot things. Actually, just one-shot things. Like, fight Gremlin up, okay, no, like literally against Lagavulin. Like, okay, Lagavulin is more help than that, but like, yeah, like Gremlin up, just go into Wrath, just signature move, he's dead. Like, what? It's very strong. And if you have like a Crescendo or something to combo with it, it's very strong. It actually does a good attack. Now you don't want to add too many attacks on Watch Out for no reason. Again, your skip threshold is kind of high. Like even this Bowling Bash at the end of B tier here is like kind of coming to skip threshold. I actually will put probably the Foreign Influence lower, but I do like this card. I'm keeping it in B. This card I'm willing to add the next one. But yeah, it's like... What am I trying to say? What am I trying to say? But yeah, like... It's very strong. That's it. That's all I have to say. It's just very strong. It does a lot of damage. And that kind of helps. And that's all you need. Sometimes you just add this and you don't add any more attacks in the game. And that's all you need. And you draw into it more often because you have less cards in your deck and then you just use it. No problem. Simmering Fury, 1 cost. At the start of your next turn, enter Wrath and draw 2 cards. Upgrade to draw 3 cards. Tantrum will not be A tier. Yeah, so Simmering Fury is a decent Wrath card. It's like fine. It's a Wrath card. It's probably the worst Wrath. It definitely. Wait, no, I'm sure it is the worst Wrath card in the game for sure. Generally, when I enter Wrath immediately, like even Indignation, like it's surprising, but like it is just good to like the Wrath. This is later, and the card draw is like okay. Like having the card draw on the right turn is okay because oftentimes you're in calm. You play Simmering Fury. And a good combo I like is Meditate plus Simmering Fury. You play Simmering Fury, and then next turn, you draw 2 cards at the same time you get the 2 energy. If you have Rushdown, you draw even more cards. Although, again, if you have Rushdown, you're drawing a bunch of cards anyway, so you might not need the Simmering Fury. And yeah, you get a bunch of things, and then you have to hope that next turn you actually drew Exit. The biggest issue with this card is if you don't have a Tranquility or something to ensure your safety next turn, you could just draw no Exits, and you're in Wrath. you cannot make the, like, decision. Like, you cannot be, like, educated and go, aha, yes. The enemy's not attacking this turn, I can play Wrath and then... Well, actually, I guess you can, like, enter Wrath and, like, stay in there. And check the draw pile and see, like, with Eruption. You can sometimes do that, and Simmering Fury is the same concept. But you don't have to do that with Eruption. With Eruption, you can actually just, like, exit the turn immediately. Like, if next turn your draw pile is really thick, and you can't guarantee you're going to draw exit, you can just play Eruption and then exit that turn. But this, you don't have the choice. You just have to hope that the 2-card draw it gives you is enough to draw the exit. And otherwise, you die. Yeah. This card is something. It is something. I don't think I even think it's B tier. It's probably C. I'm probably taking most of these over it. I don't think it's D. Let's do this. Yeah. Yeah, let's do this. Yeah. I think it is unreliable, but if you have no other Wrath, then I guess you take it. I guess you take it if there's nothing else. Yeah. I'd rather not, but, you know, sometimes you have to. It's a bit unreliable, but it's something. It's Wrath. It's still Wrath, okay? It still says Wrath on it. Still says Wrath on it. Study. 2 cost. At the end of your turn, shuffle an insight into your draw pile, upgrade to 1 cost. So again, insights, you just keep drawing them. It's basically a card draw power. It's not as good as the other ones, but it's okay. Again, like probably like a C tier card. Oh, you're actually gonna get a lot of C tiers. Does fasting drop? I don't want fasting to drop. Nah, fasting staying. Fasting staying. I mean, this is just like okay. Kind of expensive though. Maybe this is actually D instead. No, I like having the fasting will drop fine. It's a bit hard to play this. Study is like kind of whatever. Probably put it like around here, I think. Yeah, put it around here. Early game attack. Block card I don't really want to add. Wrath, Desperation. Yeah, it's like a decent card draw card. It's fine. Like, you can sometimes add this and it's okay. But not really the thing you're adding. It's quite expensive is the problem. It's quite expensive. But, you know, if you can play it, like, it's fine. It's card draw. It's fine. It's like a backup for Foresight if you don't get Foresight. It comboed with Foresight is kind of sad, because sometimes the insights... Okay, so let's say you end your turn and there's not much in your draw pile, right? Let's say there's nothing. Let's say your draw pile is empty and you end your turn, right? Normally, if your draw pile is empty and you end your turn, what will happen is you'll reshuffle first and then Foresight. But what happens with Study is it adds an insight, so now there's 1 card in your draw pile. And then Foresight will activate on your draw pile, and there's only an insight there. Which you're not going to scry away, because it's better than scrying it. And then basically it just ruins your Foresight for a turn. So Study with Foresight is a bit of a bad combo, but it's not the worst thing in the world. And, you know, how bad can it be? If you have Foresight up, you have Foresight up, right? So who cares? It's fine. Yeah, Study's okay. Swivel. 2 energy. Gain 8 block. The next attack you play costs 0. And upgrades to 11 block. So this effect does last over multiple turns. So if you end your turn with Swivel and you don't play an attack, then next turn you'll still have 0 cost attacks. I think it's card occasionally. Again, I'm probably gonna put it with a decent block card here. Yes, the decent block card collection. Sanctity, Third Eye, Swivel, Protect. I take all of these sometimes. Yep, the decent block card collection. It's here. Sometimes you have like a 2 cost attack and it's good to play the Swivel, and sometimes it's just bad. I don't know. The decent 2 cost attack, decent 2 cost block card collection, low C tier on Watcher, decent block cards. Wow, good job, Watcher. You don't need these, but they're here. They're okay. I don't have much to say about Swivel. It's okay. It's fine. Sometimes you have high cost attacks. It's good to use. Sometimes Protect's better. I'd actually say Protect is maybe better on average. Okay, sure. Protect's better on average, but like still, it's fine. Whatever. Simmering Fury better than all of these. Not really. Yeah, not really. I haven't taken Simmering Fury in a long time. I barely ever see it, though. I barely ever see it, but I haven't taken it in a while. I'm just gonna leave it there. I don't think it's D, but Maybe it is D. I'll see it later. Talk to the hand. 1 cost. Deal 5 damage. Whenever you attack this enemy, gain 2 block. Exhaust. Upgrades to 7 damage and 3 block per attack. My big issue with this card is it doesn't work on enemies with artifact. So any enemy with artifact, like Donudeka, you actually kind of can't rely on this block card is the problem. Like, you use this as a block solution, but you kind of can't rely on it. There's quite a few things that hold it back. Time Eater can clear the debuff. Awaken 1, you can only use it on 1 phase. Actually, literally every Act 3 boss has something that kind of counters this. Yeah, so Awaken 1 and Time Eater both clear the debuff. And then Donudeka have 3 artifact each. So good luck playing your Talk to the Hand. And then Spear and Shield, again, 2 artifact each. So good luck playing it on Spear and Shield. On the Heart, no artifact, but if you draw it late, then it will have artifact. So you need to draw it within the first 3 turns. Or 4 turns. You need to draw it within the first 4 turns on the Heart to actually play it. It is quite good on the Heart, though. It is quite good on the Heart. Except 1 isn't enough. 1 is not enough. The Beta Death will kill you if you don't have any other block plan, or you don't have like a second copy or something. The Beta Death will kill you. So yeah, late game it doesn't work as well as it should hopefully work. You kind of need a multi-hit card. Like, you need some support for this Talk to the Hand. Like, you actually need the right attacks in your deck or something. Like, you need a Flurry of Blows. You need something, or it's just not going to do enough. And then again, like in some runs that you have like a Mental Fortress, even in a run this plays in, if you have Mental Fortress already, I'd actually just rather draw Mental Fortress. Like, why am I adding this card to my deck when I could just draw Mental Fortress? A Mental Fortress is enough block. I don't need a scaling block card. Like, if I have a Mental Fortress, I might want upfront block, like a Deceive Reality. I might want upfront block to help me before I get my Mental Fortress. I might want like card draw, like, or like, you know, scrying or something. You know, card draw. Like, I might want something to get to my Mental Fortress. Rushdown also gets you to Mental Fortress. Like, I might want like even Empty Body, like some that can block a little bit, like. And then get my Mental Fortress up, and that's it for block. I don't need any more block after that. Once my Mental Fortress is up, that's enough block for the rest of the fight. So I Talk to the Hand, and it's another doesn't block for much the turn you play it, but blocks later card. And it's like, I don't need one of these. I want this one. This one's twice as good. So I'm not huge on Talk to the Hand. Like, I'm actually, like, quite not huge on it. I think it is still A tier, but it's actually going to be pretty low in A, I think. I really don't think it's a high A tier card. I've not been feeling great about this card recently. I kind of like... I might feel like here. I'm not kidding. I feel like this card has quite a few drawbacks. That are quite substantial. That really add up. Yeah, so I'm going to put it here. It's better than Tranquility for sure, but like... okay, realistically, I'd probably take it over a Cut Through Fate, right? But... Cut Through Fate is very spammable, so... And Cut Through Fate's like takeable earlier. Like, I don't know, it's so weird. I could maybe put like here. Like here. I could put it high. I don't know, it's so weird. This card has so many drawbacks. It's like kind of hard to play. There's actually like real downsides to this. It is by no means just a... Yeah, I'm slightly disappointed with it, honestly. It's sometimes very good, but sometimes it's like kind of bad. Sometimes. So I'm going to be a little bit careful with that. I'm also going to drop this down. I will drop this down. I'm actually going to keep Deceive here. I really like Deceive Reality. I might drop it down still, but Carve can go. Carve's pretty good, but like can go down here. It's not like significantly better than these cards. It's pretty good though. Okay. Yeah, I'll keep talking to the handy for now. We'll see later. Tantrum. Yeah, so I said Tantrum is not going to go into A tier because this card's actually S tier. Of course it's not A tier. What are you talking? A tier? Why would it be A tier? What the hell? Why would that be A tier? I'm not sure if you understood that's what I meant when I said it wouldn't be A tier. Or if you thought I was joking or something. But no, that's what I was referring to. I'm not going to put it in A because I'm putting it in S. That, maybe. Maybe. I actually might put it in A. I'm not sure if it should be S. I feel like it should be S though. Yeah, this card's stupid. So, 1 energy, deal 3 damage 3 times, enter Wrath, shuffle this card into your draw pile, upgrades to 3 damage 4 times. Everything about this card is good. Everything about this card is good. Okay, let's just, you know. So there's a starting card called Eruption, and you upgrade it, and it's 1 cost, deal 9. That's a really, really good card. And it costs an upgrade. Oh, no, this just comes like that. It's already 1 cost, deal 9. Okay, cool. And then also, it shuffles into your draw pile. So, you know, sometimes you want to play Wrath multiple times, like you want to play Wrath every turn. Oh yeah, Tantrum just lets you do that. Just start spamming calm cards, like literally just add Tantrum, and just start spamming calm cards. Just add as much calm as possible. Add every exit card you see, like, well, maybe not every exit card, but like add some exit. Add all of these that you see. Add all of these that you see. Just add every calm card, And then just every turn, Tantrum, and then Calm out at the end of the turn. Just do that every turn. Because it just goes back into your draw pile, so you can just keep doing it. Oh yeah, there's this card called Rushdown, and this triggers every time, and then you can do it again and just keep playing this over and over and over and over. Also, this is triggering too. By the way, the Talk to the Hand, yeah, well, the reason I'm saying it's not that good, because it relies on Tantrum to be good. With Tantrum, it's amazing. That's a Tantrum being good, not Talk to the Hand. It's kind of Talk to the Hand, but yeah, relying on the S tier card is like, it's still good, like, it's still A tier, but like, yeah. Like, this, you need this for this to be really good. And yeah, obviously Wrath card is great. Wrath card is great. I friggin' Indignation here. Why did I say friggin'? I have fucking Indignation here. I have friggin' fricks. You friggin' fricks. I have you friggin' fricks Indignation here, right? Like, not even that good of a card. You're not playing Vulnerable with this that often. To be fair, I do like it, you're playing Vulnerable. I do it, like, often enough. But yeah, like, you have this here. Like, this is not that great. Like, versus this, like, what the hell? Your Wrath is very important to this character. It synergizes everything. Yeah, multi-hit, so any strength scaling is better. You have, like, fasting, and it scales off of fasting. You have, like, Akabeka, it scales off of that. You have Wreath of Flame, it scales off of that. You have, yeah, like, any multi-hit effect. Yeah, again, strength scaling. Like, you know, it's good having a multi-hit. The boot, I'm not even kidding, the boot. The boot on base, like, you can play Tantrum outside of Wrath, and it boosts the damage of the Tantrum by 6. Which is very relevant on the card you're playing a lot. And if you upgrade it, it boosts it by 8. Excuse me? Like, this card's just stupid. Now where? How stupid, okay? How stupid are we talking? How stupid are we talking? I could honestly maybe see it here. Is Tantrum more important than Foresight for a deck? I think so. I feel like Tantrum's one of those cards that when you get it, your deck kind of just breaks open. And Foresight's amazing, right? Foresight's amazing, but it doesn't break open the deck as much as a Tantrum does. Rushdown and Mental Fortress actually break open the deck as well. It's not. No, this has been slowly falling down. I had it in C when I first placed it, and then slowly I just added more cards. Like, I think these are better, these are better, these are better. And now it's like barely in D, I think. It could maybe go here still. It's not the worst thing ever, but yeah, it's not that great. Don't overrate this card. Don't overrate it. It's okay. I like the upgrade. I wouldn't manually... Oh, maybe you manually upgrade it. But I wouldn't want to manually upgrade it. What I mean by I like the upgrade is... Let's say I'm like... I get one for free somehow. Like, I have a Molten Egg. If I have Molten Egg, I see Consecrate Plus. That's decent. That's decent. But Consecrate Minus is like, And also in Act 2, I'm not sure how often I'm going to click in Act 2 either. Even if it's upgraded in Act 2, I'm not sure if I even want more attacks in Act 2. But sometimes. I've transformed into this a few times. I've transformed into this, like, with Astrolabe. And I've been happy. Like, when I get a free Consecrate Plus from Astrolabe, I'm pretty happy about that. So, you know, it's not terrible. But Watcher is pretty picky. Like, okay, I was saying earlier. Like, Silent has Slice. Slice is 0 damage. 0 energy deals 6 damage. I put that in, like, low B tier on Silent. This card's better than Slice. Low B tier on Silent. High D tier on Watcher. Like, that's the difference between the card quality. Like, not only is it difference in card quality, Silent doesn't have Wrath. Watcher has Wrath. So this is sometimes doubled. And hits every enemy. And it's still just worse than Slice. Because of the card quality difference. Just Watcher is, like, stupid. You can be more picky on Watcher. So yeah, it's a fine card, but yeah, don't overrate it. Don't overrate it. Oh, hello. I saw you follow one time when I wasn't streaming. I think Ari, like, shouted me out or something. Because I think you're watching them. I think this list is almost done. Oh, God. Oh, you found me from... Wait, really? Wait, what? Wait, like, the VODs channel or my actual channel? Was it, like, my YouTube streams? I never look at my YouTube streams down the links or anything, because... I just assumed I was watching on YouTube. You don't remember? Okay. It was probably a YouTube stream. It might have been a VOD. I don't know. Anyway. Yeah, this card's stupid, by the way. It was just dumb. I'm probably putting it here. I think it's better than Foresight. Is Meditate actually better than Foresight as well? I really like Meditate. Yeah, I think it's slightly. I don't know. Meditate is like... I think there's alternatives to meditate. Like, Foresight... Yeah, okay, no. I'll put Foresight higher. But I do think Tantrum's here. Cute guy equals must follow. You know what? Fair point. Yeah. Okay. We're done with that. Wallop. Okay, 2 cost. Deal 9 damage. Game block equal to unblocked damage dealt. Upgraded into 12 damage. Don't call Turk cute. I agree, actually. He's gonna get ego from that. Okay. Wallop. Okay, so yeah, so you upgrade this to 12, and it does 3 extra damage, and then it also blocks with 3 extra. It's kind of like Dash on Silent. But here's the thing on Silent, right? Dash on Silent's decent. You know what Silent can't do? Yeah, enter Wrath. You know what happens when you enter Wrath with this card? Yeah, it blocks double. It blocks 18. That's pretty good. It's pretty good. Blocking 18 is pretty good, I think. It's really A tier. It's better than Deceive Reality, I think. But Deceive Reality is still pretty good. I think I'll do this. This Tranquility should go a bit lower. I'll do this. Yeah, I really like Deceive over Tranquility. And it's like right next to Talk to the Hand. That makes sense. This is fine, I think. I actually think Wallop is better than Talk to the Hand a lot of the time. No. Talk to the Hand is like sometimes the block plan, where Wallop is just single turns. Okay, fine. Yeah, no, Wallop's pretty strong. I don't have much to say about it. It's pretty strong. It's a bit to hold you over while you get your Mental Fortress up. If you don't have a Mental Fortress, then yeah, you can just enter Wrath. It's kind of like a Halt, but it does damage. You enter Wrath, you deal the Halt, you do the Wallop, and then you exit. But it's a little bit more... versatile. Like, you can play it outside of Wrath as well. It's a bit expensive, though. In some way, I like the Halt more. In some ways. But, the Wallop is... Yeah, it's pretty good. Again, it also does damage. Like, it's still an attack. It's not an efficient attack, but it's still an attack. So you're still doing damage as Watcher. Pretty good. Not taking a card draw either. Like, it's doing damage and blocking. But yeah, it does... the energy is probably the biggest issue of it. The energy. I'm not sure if I want this slightly lower then. I do kind of really like Halt. Do I put Halt a bit higher? No, I'm probably taking the second one. I'm probably not taking the second one. It kind of needs Wrath to work, but again, you don't need Wrath for this to work. You can just play this. Anyway. Even though it's expensive. Yeah, okay. I feel like I'm... Yeah, it's probably fine. Well, it's pretty good. Okay, I'll just leave it like that. I kind of want to deceive higher, though. Am I crazy? Maybe it's slightly crazy. Maybe I'm slightly losing it. I really like Deceive Reality. That's probably worse than Halt. Yeah, it's fine. It's probably worse than Wallop for me. That's fine. Wave of the Hand. Okay, I used to love this cause. I used to love the cause, yes. The cause. I used to love this card. 1 energy. Whenever you gain block this turn, apply 1 weak to all enemies, upgrade to 2 weak. This triggers like crazy off of Mental Fortress and Talk to the Hand. But that means you have Mental Fortress and Talk to the Hand. If you don't have those, it doesn't trigger that quickly. It applies a little bit of weak. It's actually a lot worse than I think I ranked it last time. Like, I don't think it's actually that good. Maybe it's like a low B. Like, I'll take it. It's fine. But it is a little bit hard to play sometimes. And it is, like, sometimes unnecessary. But it's, like, kind of strong. It's, like, kind of strong. I actually will put it at the bottom of B here, I think. It's, like, almost C, I think. But I think it's just good enough that I can just justify it being a little bit, like... It's okay. But yeah, it's not the greatest thing in the world. It's actually fine. It's fine. Strips artifact as well. That's not sometimes a real thing. But yeah, it's a bit weird. It's a bit weird. The weekend is nice, yeah. But I actually wonder. It's kind of worse. Yeah, but like when it works, though, it applies like 5 million weaken. And applying 5 million weaken is okay. Applying 5 million weaken is quite good. Sometimes. Sometimes you need it on Watcher as well. Sometimes you need it. Yeah, sometimes you need 5 million weaken. Okay, fine. I'll keep it in B. It is very strong when it works. It's just a little bit weird. Weave. 0 damage. Deal 4 damage. Whenever you scry, return this from your discard pile to your hand. Upgrades to 6 damage. It's literally the exact same as Flurry of Blows. Except that, except that it doesn't trigger on stance change. It triggers on scry. If you want to quickly just look at the, you know, difference between a stance change power and a scry power, you can imagine how good this card is. To be fair, I don't think it's as bad as Nirvana, because Nirvana is also lower output than this. At least this is the same number as Flurry. And at least this is actually, like, kind of damage. Like, it's a kind of a real damage card, kind of. But it's pretty sad. It's pretty sad. It's, like, okay. I can maybe put it, like, somewhere in D tier. I don't think it's terrible, but it's kind of sad. That's a Jawworm. I've always thought this is a shark. Does it look like a shark? I'm not crazy, right? Like, I've never actually, like, focused on it and saw, okay, that's definitely a Jawworm. I've never focused on it. If you glance at it, it looks like a shark. I'm not crazy, right? I'm not crazy? Please someone say that I'm not crazy. I'm not crazy, right? I'm just gonna put this a bit lower. Never really take far. That's better than... it's better than this crap. Yeah, sure. Yeah, where does Weave go? It's like sometimes better than Just Lucky, sometimes worse. It's probably like the same. Maybe a bit worse Flying Sleeves. Sure. I think it's sometimes takeable. Sure. Wow. There's not much to say about that card. It's not that good. Okay. Next card. Wheel Kick. Okay. 2 energy. Deal 15 damage and draw 2 cards. It upgrades to 20 damage. It's kind of like a weird Pommel Strike. It's 2 energy Pommel Strike. It's just worse. Actually, like a card that's like feels understated compared to a like card in a different character. Like it's still fine. It's fine. It's fine damage sometimes. Like sort of like C tier, I guess. Maybe low B. Probably C. Probably C. This card's like a little bit clunky. I think it's better than Sands of Time. Yeah, I think it is better than Sands of Time. Maybe worse than... maybe like here. I think it's okay. It's like fine. It's a fine card. I do actually kind of like Signature Move. Yeah, Wheel Kick sometimes does a lot, but... yeah. It's a better card draw. It's not that much card draw. It's okay. It's fine. I don't know much to say about it. It's just like, it's okay. Windmill Strike. 2 energy, retain. Deals 7 damage. When retained, increases damage by 4. This combat upgrades into 10 and 5. You know, it scales up. I think it's better than Perseverance, but like, not by a lot. Is it better than Perseverance? Probably. This card can sometimes do decent damage. Sometimes. But it's very, very slow. I mean, okay. The first turn you draw it... okay, it also costs 2 energy. This is a big thing. The first turn you draw it, it costs it does 7 damage. For 2. So here's follow-up, which does 7 damage for 0. Okay. Not a good start, Windmill Strike. The next turn it does 11 for 2. This still does 7 for 0, so not a good start, Windmill Strike. The next turn it does... oh no. Oh no, Windmill Strike. Oh no. What? It does, what, 15 for 2? And you can play it in Wrath at any point. Yeah, 15 for 2 is the same as Wheel Kick, by the way. But this draws you 2 cards. But this at least you can guarantee you play it in Wrath. It does kind of just seem worse than Flying Sleeves, doesn't it? Because Flying Sleeves is 8 damage for 0. For 1. 8 damage for 1. Oh god. 8 damage for 1. And this is 15 damage for 2? Yeah, okay. In 3 turns. In 3 turns. Windmill Strike. Unfortunate. Not very good. Would I prefer Conclude? I think so. Is this F? Would I ever add a Windmill Strike to my deck? Willingly. Would I ever add it willingly to my deck? Because I had a transform on it recently, and I had an establishment, and it was okay. But even with the establishment, it wasn't... I'm not sure I would have added another one. I had one because of I had one already because of the... I already had one because of the transform, but I don't think I would have added another one. I think it is F. I'm sorry, Windmill Strike. You're very, 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 very slow. You are very, 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 very slow. Yeah, I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry, Windmill Strike. I don't take it back. You're terrible. Worship. 2 energy, gain 5 mantra. Upgrade into retain. The upgrade into retain is like, okay. This card is really weird. I'm not going to put it F. I think this card is a little bit better than F, but it's also not very good. So you need to play this twice to go into Divinity. It is doable. Like, I like that it's doable on its own. You can do it on its own. But it requires 2 deck cycles. It requires 2 deck cycles. And, it's okay with Establishment. Like, this is... it's probably just the bottom of the tier. Yeah, it requires 2 deck cycles. It's kind of rough. But you could meditate it back. And yeah, if it has retained, you can kind of use it like a Blasphemy, but then like it's just a bit clunky. But I can see myself maybe adding this. Like, can I? Can I see myself adding this? Can I see myself adding this? I mean, surely I have like some mantra decks sometimes. And if you have a mantra deck at all, then you add a worship and it's actually okay. Because there's a lot of mantra at once. Also, okay, again, a real point. This with Dupe Potion is strong. This turns Dupe Potion into Ambrosia. Except it's a 2 energy Ambrosia. It costs 2 energy. I think there are times where this is playable. Barely. Barely. Maybe Windmill Strike escapes as well then. Maybe Windmill Strike escapes as well then. Like maybe Windmill Strike is like here. I think there's times where it's okay. Maybe. Like, Establishment is the thing. Both of these work with Establishment. Or maybe we just say they both suck. Maybe we just say they both suck. Yeah, maybe they just both suck. Maybe they just both suck. I might move them again later, but we'll see, Wreath of Flame. 1 energy. Your next attack deals an additional 5 damage. Upgraded to 8 damage. I've actually taken... Like, I got it from a Transform and played into it recently, and then also got it from a Transform and played into it recently. It is sometimes playable. Not very often, but sometimes. Wow. Wow. You basically need a multi-hit card just to do anything. But if you have a multi-hit, and it's already upgraded, then why are you taking it anyway? Why? What? Are you actually still taking this? It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. I think it's fine. I think it's fine. And maybe I do like... Yeah, I don't know. Am I ever playing Windmill? Will I ever add Windmill in like Act 1 because I'm desperate for damage? It doesn't even do damage. It's worse than Flying Sleep. What damage? Am I ever playing Worship, ever? Oh. Am I ever playing Worship? Like, ever? I want to build around it one day. I think realistically, like, it can be strong if you have, like, Establishment and Meditate. Or just Establishment at all, and you upgrade it. And then it becomes 0, and you play it, and you can draw it into it again. I feel like you need to Meditate, though, to, like, really, like, draw back into it. And then you get Divinity, and it's like, that's a lot of work for what doesn't seem like anything that important. Okay. Sure. Yeah, whatever. Alpha. Oh god. 1 energy. Shuffle a beta into your draw pile. Exhaust. I'd upgrade to an 8. The beta is 2 energy. Shuffle an omega into your draw pile. And the omega is 3 energy. Deal 50 damage. Deal 50 damage to all enemies. I think it's worse than Pressure Points. This card is awful. It's actually awful. Because here's the thing. This card is kind of detrimental to have in your deck, I think. You can have a Pressure Points in your deck, and it's fine. I think Alpha is, like, actually borderline detrimental in your deck, and the reason is the upgrade. It upgrades into an 8. Having this in your deck is not just a dead card. It's not like a pressure points where it's just a dead card. It's a dead card that sometimes you pick up a Warpaint and the Warpaint upgrades the alpha, and now you have an innate dead card. Sometimes you pick up an Astrolabe, and now you have an innate dead card. It's a curse. It's a Writhe. It's Writhe. This is Writhe. It's Writhe. And like, okay, maybe sometimes the Omega plays. You know what's going to happen more often than the Omega playing? Yeah, you play pressure points and do 8 damage. I think Alpha is maybe the worst card in the game. Like, period. Maybe. It's so dumb. It's just so slow as well. It's so slow. It's so costly. Like, it costs 6 energy to get the Omega in play. So you're getting the 50 damage a turn, like, in several turns' time. You know what would have been better? Just don't even play the Alpha and just have any other damage plan and just do that instead with Watcher. Your Watcher. Just go into Wrath and kill them. What are you doing? It technically can be okay. Like, maybe. Like, if you have this in the early game, is it okay? Is it better than pressure points early game? Maybe. Maybe it's better than pressure points early game. Because it might be better than pressure points early game. But you're not taking it early game. No, I'm going to put it worse than pressure points. I actually think you're never clicking this. Like, maybe pressure points does something ever. Like, I don't think this is just detrimental. I'm removing this instantly. Like, this is a high priority to remove. This is not a high priority to remove. And it is. It is. I want to remove it. But this is like, I need to go. If I have a lesson learned, I don't want this getting upgraded. Like, it's actually detrimental to me. This actually has to go. A detrimental card. Okay. Yep, that's Alpha. Good job, Alpha. Blasphemy. 1 energy. Enter the Divinity, die next turn, exhaust. And the upgrade is great. It retains when you upgrade it. I used to think Blasphemy was like S tier. I no longer think that. But I think it's pretty solid still. I'm not even sure if it deserves A tier anymore, but I think at least top of B. I think at least top of B. This card is definitely still takeable. And when you take it, you do just destroy the game when you take this card. It actually, I'm going to put it low A. No, I'm not going to be too harsh on Blasphemy. I'm putting it low A. Also, I might put Tranquility in B now. Yeah, like, Blasphemy does just blow up everything. It actually lets you just, it lets you just kill it lets you just kill, like, all of Act 2. Like, you get this in Act 1 or Act 2, and Acts 1 and 2 are dead. And then, in Spear and Shield, you can also blow them up as well. It can brick you sometimes, so it can sometimes be a bit annoying. But it can brick you the same way Crescendo can. Crescendo can do the same thing. It's just a better Crescendo a lot of the time, and it just blows up enemies. It's not that great, it's not like one of the stable cards, but I do think it's pretty strong if you have one. I'm not adding it that often, but like I think if you do click it, you don't mind clicking it, I think you click it, and sometimes it just blows up the game. So, I don't mind this. It is technically like down a draw, but like, yeah, just upgrade it. It gives you so much benefit for like most of the game. That's like, it's worth it, probably. Probably. Yeah. And don't be scared of it, by the way. Don't be scared of it. I mean, be a little bit scared. Triple check your math. Triple check the math. But don't be scared to take it and try to use it, because it is actually quite strong. It's not really the main Watcher plan you're trying to do, but like, what I like about this card is if you don't get the main Watcher plan, this is the backup plan. Kill the enemy. And yeah, again, very, very strong in Act 2. Unless you just kind of steamroll Act 2 a lot of the time. Brilliance. 1 energy. Deal 12 damage. Deals additional damage equal to Mantra gain to this combat. It upgrades to 16 damage. This card's like fine. It's just a good attack. I mean, you barely ever get it because it's rare. So a lot of the time when you're seeing it on the Act 1 rare boss card. And as an Act 1 rare boss card, you probably shouldn't take this. But if you see it earlier in the act, if you see it earlier in Act 1, you take this, because it's just a lot of damage. It's just a lot of damage. It's better than Signature Move, it's better than whatever. You can maybe build into it a little bit. I mean, it's just better damage than most of these options. Was this 12 for 1? It's probably like around here. I think Carve Reality is kind of better. Well, this is a smite, but this creates a smite. I mean, that's true. It's just a smite, really. It can scale later. Yeah, I think I'd rather have Carve Reality because the smites retain and those are better. But it's a lot less clunky than Reach Heaven is. Just having a decent like attack, it's good. Yeah, you never get it, though. You never get it. So, don't count on it. It's fine. It's a fine attack, if you see it. But you're not going to see it. That's the problem. You're just not going to see it early. And if you don't see it early, it's useless. Actually, is Richhaven better just because of Retain? Maybe. Maybe Richhaven's better just because of Retain. I'll do that then. I'll do that then. That's fine. Pretty high damage. This is higher damage on some targets, but even in a 2-enemy fight, this is still doing more. Well, it's not doing more. It's doing slightly less in a 2-enemy fight. In single target fight, it's doing a lot more. Yeah, I like the Retain of this. Maybe empty body can go a little bit higher. No, empty body's correct. If anything, I want it to go lower. It's fine. This is fine. Crush joints. I should do this. No, this is fine. This is fine. Ah, no, I like this. I like this. Okay, whatever. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Conjure Blade. Wow. X cost. Shuffle an Expunger into your draw pile. Exhaust. Upgrade is X plus 1. The Expunger is 1 energy, and it does 9 damage X times. So you basically use it to create a big attack, and you play that big attack later in the fight to do a lot of damage. That's what this does, and it sucks. It's not F tier, though. Is it F tier? I play it when it's forced into my deck because... I transformed into it. Would I ever willingly add this Conjure Blade? Ever. Would I ever willingly add this into my deck? The answer is no. The answer is no. I don't think I would. Willingly add it into my deck. Probably not. Why would you ever willingly click the Conjure Blade? I've used it from Transform. And it was brutal, but it worked. But I had nothing better. Right, I use it on the 7-hour Pandora's Box run. Like, I'm a Conjure Blade master, okay? I use it on the 7-hour Pandora's Box run. And it was required. But the only reason I had it is because I got it from the Transform. I still think it's clunky and bad. But it's probably the best out of these. Wow, nice cards, Watcher. I like how Ironclad had the most FTA cards at 5, and the other two at 3, and then Watcher has 8 already. Watcher. I'm watching. Wow. Good job, Watcher. Yeah, with the Conjure Blade, it's like... Even with Deva Form, whatever, I still don't care. I just still don't care. I still don't care. It's a dead card in my deck. I draw it at the dead. A big problem I had with this in the Pandora's Box run was I couldn't play it at the same time as Meditate. So sometimes I want to play Conjure Blade and then end my turn with Meditate, but I can't do that because playing Conjure Blade costs all my energy. So the only way I can do that is if I have my Miracle. Then I can play Conjure Blade, Miracle, and then Meditate. And I can't play Meditate first, obviously, because Meditate ends my turn. And Meditate's a really good card. So it being bad with a good card is like kind of... I want this card, I'm going to have this in my deck a lot, and it's bad with it. Sad. I think Windmill Strike is better. In fact, Windmill Strike... You sometimes do something. I actually do think if I have Establishment, it's like fine. In fact, you know what, Worship? Maybe. I can maybe see it. I can't see this, honestly. I can't see it. I can maybe see this. You know what, fine, sure. Cards. Wow. It's getting very bottom-ended now. Maybe that's it. I'll put this back in C. I'll put this back in C. There we go. Sure. Let's equal it out a bit. Let's smooth it out, okay? Consecrate, you get back in C. Good job, Consecrate. I've always believed in you. Good job, Consecrate. Wow. Consecrate. And fasting is, like, sometimes okay. Wow. Okay. Deus Ex Machina. Unplayable. When you draw this card, add 2 miracles in your hand and exhaust. Upgrade to 3 miracles. It's energy. It's okay. I think it's like B tier. Maybe like a low B. Not a huge fan of the card. It's okay though. It's like fine. It's like fine. Like yeah, it's fine. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of the card, but it's fine. It's acceptable. It's like fine. That's it, it's just fine. Some miracles it's sometimes good, and then otherwise it's like whatever. It's okay. Yeah, good job. I don't know much to say, it's just miracles. Deva Form. Okay, this is an interesting one. I have no clue. Okay, Deva Form. 3 cost. Ethereal. At the start of your turn, gain energy and increases by 1. Upgrades to get rid of Ethereal. So yeah, like the first turn you play it, it does nothing. Next turn it gives you 1 energy. Next turn after that it gives you 2 energy. Then it gives you 3, then 4, then 5. It just gives you a ton of energy throughout the fight. Which is good. This is sometimes my plan, but I don't think it's that reliable. It's a big card to play. It's very expensive. And it is infinite energy, which sometimes matters, but it's a... Yeah, again, just kind of hard to play. I think it's realistically over here. I do like this card sometimes. I sometimes pick it, but I think it's realistically like here. It's just so... It's so hard to play. It's so hard to play. But realistically, I'm taking it over... Fasting I sometimes take. Like, honestly, this is sometimes takeable. Especially like orange pellets. Maybe this is like D tier. It's so slow, but I feel like it is strong. Like, some decks you do need this, I think. I feel bad putting it in C. In D, I mean. I feel bad putting it in D. Okay, fine. You get to live this one. You get to live this one, Deva Form. Is it better than fasting or not? I feel like fasting is actually decent sometimes. Okay, I'm giving it in C, barely. You get to live Deva Form, barely. We'll see. We'll see what else happens. Devotion. At the start of your turn, gain 2 mantra, upgrades to 3 mantra, and also cost 1 energy. Yeah. Divinity card's low. Divinity cards are low. Divinity cards are low. This is a Divinity card. It's less good than Deva Form most of the time, but I do think it's top D. I do think it's top D. I sometimes use this card. It is sometimes okay. If you have some Prostrates. Like, again, my Toxic Egg run, where I had some Prostrates. If you have some sort of mantra, and you can afford to spend an upgrade on this, it's actually kind of good. But it's pretty specific. It's pretty specific. So, I'm going to put it top of D. It's actually okay sometimes, but it's kind of specific. It's kind of specific. It's not like Deva Form, where Deva Form, like, you play it for a deck that, like, is struggling with energy, and it needs the Deva Form. I feel like Devotion decks don't actually need the Devotion that much. Like, it's nice, but it doesn't need it. But I feel like when Deva Form and Fasting are good, they are, like, required for your deck. Like, they are important. And Deva Form is, like, and Devotion's kind of like, it's good, I guess. Top of Devotion, top of D. Yeah, D for Devotion! Let's go! Wow. Crazy. Okay, let's keep going. Establishment. 1 energy. Whenever a card is retained, it reduces cost by 1. This combat upgrades to innate. Establishment might be my favorite power in the game. I really love Establishment. It's so fun. Is it good, though? I honestly think it kind of is. I honestly think this power's okay. I'm putting it at the bottom of B. It's, like, slightly better than Skip most of the time, probably. It's... Sometimes it doesn't do anything, but sometimes it's really strong. I do actually like this card. I think it's okay. I think it's okay. If you're gonna take one of the stupid powers in Watcher, the stupid powers being Fasting, Deva Form, Establishment, Devotion. If you're gonna take one of the stupid powers, take this one. It's a good stupid power. It's really good with a really good card. That's all you need to know. It's quite strong if it works. Yeah, I think it's okay. Sure. Sure thing. Yeah, no, it's fine. It's a fine card. I don't know much to say. 18's looking kind of barren. Oh, is it? We'll see. Judgement. If the enemy has 30 or less HP, set their HP to 0, upgrades to 40 or less HP, and it costs 1 energy. It's fun. Unfortunately, fun does not equal good. It's okay in, like, early game. Like, honestly, it's okay early game. It's honestly, like, not that different from, like, some of these attacks here. Like, the Sing Move or whatever, because you just play this at the start of the run, and that's it, and then it's bad later, but who cares? That's true. Like, I'm only ever taking Sand Time at the start of the run. I don't think this is the start of the run. Huh, maybe it's just okay. I don't mind putting Judgement here. It's not great later. It's not great later. I'm actually gonna put Study a bit higher than the Sands of Time. And I'm gonna put, I'm just gonna put both of these lower. Maybe it's not like this. That makes enough sense. Is Sense Time better or not? Maybe. Maybe it's better. This doesn't work late game, but it's better early game. Yeah, it's better early game. Yeah, Sense Time's kind of clunky. I think I'll do this. Judgement is like, I guess, playable sometimes. It's quite strong early and that's it. It does its job early and that's kind of it. But it does technically do something. So it does something. I have to acknowledge that it does something. Wow. Good job. Actually, I might do this. That's better. That's better. Okay. Lesson learned. 2 cost, deal 10 damage. If fatal, upgrade a random card in your deck. Exhaust, upgrade to 13 damage. Apotheosis is pretty good, I think. Yeah. I think Apotheosis is a decent card. Last time I checked, it's actually pretty good. So where does Apotheosis go here? Maybe like here. Is it better than Tantrum or worse? Like, Mental Fortress is definitely better and Rushdown is definitely better. Realistically, if I saw it next to one of the busted cards, I'm taking one of the busted cards. But I think Meditate is just slightly worse, so I'll put it above Meditate at least. But yeah, I'm taking one of the busted cards instead of it. Okay, fair. Fair thing. Sure. Yeah, Apotheosis is pretty good, I think. Don't say much about that one. Apotheosis is good. Master Reality. 1 cost. Whenever a card is created during combat, upgrade it. Upgrades to 0 cost. It's good for like your smites or whatever. Like from your Carve Reality or your Battle Hymn or whatever. It's not very good, unfortunately. It's definitely D tier. Like, this almost never gets played. It almost never gets played, unfortunately. It's cool. It's fun. It almost never gets played. I don't think it's F, though. It's definitely not F. There are times that this will be played. I actually think the Wreath is a little bit better than this. I think the Wreath is a little bit better than both of these. And maybe this as well. The Wreath is actually okay. It plays sometimes. Yeah, sure. Wreath can go there. Master Reality. How often am I picking this card? It does increase your damage. It is a power. Like, fine. I might put it, like, here. Maybe, like... Maybe, like, here. There we go. No, I found a good spot for it. Yeah, it's like a D. It's a D tier thing. But it sometimes does something, maybe. And if it does something, it's good. Wow. I think it's better than Wreath, like... I think it's worse than the Wreath. Okay, yeah, sure. Whatever. I don't care. Who cares about the dumb power? Omniscience. 4 energy. Choose a card in your draw pile. Play the chosen card twice and exhaust it. Exhaust, it upgrades to 3 energy. This card's weird. I used to really like this. I used to put it in S tier. It's not S tier anymore, for sure. Definitely not. I think it's still A. Is it still A or is it B? This card is like a lot worse now. It's kind of clunky a lot of times. I still think it's bottom A. I think it's bottom A. Maybe better than Blasphemy. The Omniscience, you need a power to double with it. But if you do, it's quite strong. Still pretty good. And you can Omniscience chain into Omniscience. You can just keep playing Omniscience into Omniscience into Omniscience. It's a bit clunky, but you can try to play it. I don't mind. I don't mind. It's playable. Honestly, what I might do, actually... No. Let's put this back in here. Let's put these two. I actually do think you're taking Crescendo a lot of the time when you see it. And maybe... This is more, like, versatile than the Blasphemy, even though the Blasphemy is technically better. This is more versatile. This doesn't kill you when you play. Is that true? Maybe? Oh god, this is so weird. No. I'll just move back in here. I do think Tranquility should probably be A, because I take the first Tranquility, like, quite often. Sure. Sure. Omniscience better. Omniscience better. Omniscience better. Omniscience better. Omniscience better. I think Omniscience better. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. Omniscience is really clunky though. It's really slow and clunky. I'm not sure if you can afford that sometimes. I'm not sure if you can afford that. That being said, it does raise your maximum output. You can double your, like, mental fortress or something. Feels a bit specific. It's actually B. It's like a high B instead. Or is it a high B instead? I don't know. Oh, this card is so weird. I used to like it. I used to like it. It lets you, like, take, like a Deva Form and play it without actually spending the energy. It lets you play, like, a... even a Devotion. You do a few things. It's so clunky, though. Oh, it's so clunky. Giant clunky attack. Maybe these are in A. And maybe this is like in B. It feels weird putting Crescendo above Blasphemy. Maybe the Blasphemy just deserves to be here then. I do feel like you take this card a lot of the time when you see it in Act 1. Like, it's kind of important to take. Omniscience. Probably better than most of this stuff. It's so weird. It's so weird. The fact you can play Crescendo early is quite nice sometimes, but again, just sometimes you just play Crescendo to get a decent Wrath turn, and then you can Blade it to another Wrath turn. And that's better than... because that's actually better sometimes than the Blasphemy, because sometimes the Blasphemy won't kill yet. Which means you get to, like, way less damage on that turn, and then later on when you draw the Wrath later, you kind of kill with then, either. And the Blasphemy requires an upgrade more. Okay, fine. B for Blasphemy. I do like these just simple stance switching cards. I feel like these are a little bit more like... I don't always want these, but they're good. These could maybe still go here. Sure. It's the same card as Crescendo. It's the same card as Crescendo. Sure thing. Yeah, whatever. Omniscience is weird. It's very weird. Ragnarok, 3 cost. Deal 5 damage to a random enemy 5 times. Upgrades to 6 and 6. It's a good attack, I guess. It's a good attack, I guess, but it's like a bit... I think it's better than Signature Move. You can play this at like really strong. I mean, this is 25, this is 30. But more energy, this is less energy. Yes, it can only be played when attacking your hand, but... Nah, okay, I'll keep this here. Honestly? So just remove the best card in the game, maybe. Yeah, my opinion on Signature Move is raised a lot. Yeah, I'm not even like sure if I like this card, but this card is like... it hits things. You kill them. They're dead. It's actually strong. Like, this is not as hard to play as the Ragnarok. The Ragnarok is more like a higher potential, I guess. Like, the Ragnarok has more potential. Like, it can scale eventually better. I'll see. I'll sort some things out later. Scrawl. Okay. Draw cards until your hand is full. It upgrades to 0 cost. It normally costs 1, but upgrades to 0. Busted. Busted. Any reason to skip this card? No. There's not. Probably better than Foresight. Is it better than Tantrum? Would it take Scroll or Tantrum? I feel like Tantrum's like a kind of need this card in the deck. You want these like 3 cards, right? These like the important ones, and then here's the Scroll. I mean, it's just really good. I mean, I don't have to explain to you why 0 energy, draw up to 10 cards is good. Yeah. Spirit Shield. 2 block. Gain 3 block for each card in your hand. It upgrades to 4 block for each card in your hand. This actually is a quite decent card. I like this block card. It's actually quite decent. I'm probably going to put it in like maybe A or high B. Actually, it blocks a lot. It's nice. It's probably a high B more. Yeah, this is a good block card. That's really it. It blocks well. Flurry can actually go above it. Halt can go above it. No, it can go below Halt. Because it doesn't rely on anything. Omniscience. I'm not sure how I feel about Omniscience. How many cards left? Vault and... Okay, I'll still think of that later. Vault. 3 energy. Take an extra turn after this one. End your turn exhaust. It upgrades to 2 energy. This card's stupid. This card's dumb. I think I like Scroll more than Vault most of the time. I think I like Vault like a fair bit less. It's like slightly clunky sometimes. I probably like Foresight more. Is that even true? I think it is. I probably like Lesson Learned more. Which I do like Lesson Learned. I'll put Lesson Learned above these. Yeah, I think it's better than Foresight actually. Better than Lesson Learned, Scroll. Sometimes it's more important. Yeah, sometimes it is more important. Okay. Yeah, sure, I'll put the Foresight above. No, I'd probably realistically take Lesson Learned over Foresight. Vault over Foresight as well. This makes sense to me. Yeah, nice 8 S tier cards. Good job, Watcher. That's the end, though. I could actually see this being top of A instead as well. Maybe it is top of A. I'll see. Wish. 3 energy. Choose one. Gain 6 plated armor, 3 strength, or 25 gold. Exhaust. It upgrades to 8 plated armor, 4 strength, or 30 gold. Money. Money's good. I don't think it's quite A. I think it's like high B, though. I like Wish. Is Omniscience better than Wish? I think Wish is better. I think I like Wish more, actually. It's like kind of similar. I know I do feel like B tier is too stacked. I don't feel like this is A tier, though. Maybe they are A tier. Are they A tier? I don't think they are. I don't think they are. You know what, Flurry? Go in A. Sure. Go in A, Flurry. You deserve it. That's actually pretty like, solid. You can actually go down if I want. You can go, like... Oh, you can go back down, and then this is equal. Oh my god, wait, I need to make everything equal. Oh my god, look at the bell curve. I've done it. There's a bell curve now. What, 7? 7, which matches the other characters? Yeah, 7, which matches the other characters. And then... this is slightly more than the other characters, but whatever. And there's a bell curve. Here, look at this bell curve. Wow. Wow. I've done it. Wow. I think I like it. I think I like it. I feel like my brain turned off at the end of this list, but who cares? It looks good enough. It looks fine. Yeah, I do think Blasphemy still deserves to be here. It's quite strong. I think Omniscience has fallen off a fair bit. It's a bit clunky. Omniscience and Wish are kind of both, like... expensive things that do something. X1 still doesn't sit right with you. This card sucks. Anyway. This card sucks. It's bad. Don't try to fit around it. It's bad. Don't do it. Like, actually don't do it. Don't you dare. Don't do it. There are better attacks to add in this game. There are better attacks. You can use those instead. Yeah, because I'm not going to add either of them to my deck, is the thing, right? I'm not adding either of these to my deck. You fail to realize that everything here is in the same tier as alpha. Like, this should be in its own tier. That's what you think. That's what you think. It's. I mean, I could like fully equal. Like, look at this, fully equalized. Oh my god, it's equal. Wow. Satisfying. It deserves to be yes. Does it? Wait, does it deserve to be yes? Does it actually deserve to be yes? Let's be honest with ourselves, okay? Let's be honest for a second, okay? Does it deserve to be yes? I don't know. These are all S. This is S. I can't put this in S as well. Wait. Hold on. Hold. Are you holding? I hope you're holding. We put this up here. And then we... Oh, no, it doesn't work now. It doesn't work. Look, you've ruined everything. You've ruined it all. You've ruined everything. I feel like... Is Meditate actually S, or is it just A? Is it just top A? It's so stupid, though. It's a stupid card. It's stupid. It's just stupid. It's just stupid. It's just a stupid card. I don't mind Flurry here. Yeah, I don't mind Flurry here. That's fine. Because something feels wrong about putting Wish in A. This is not A tier. It's good, but it's not A tier. Same with this. I don't think it's too clunky. But this is actually, like, kills things. It just destroys everything. I don't know how I feel about the Flurry either. My A tier is too small. My A tier is too small, you know? That's the issue. I'll save Conjure Blade from D tier just for you, okay? Listen, you might have Chemical X. Maybe you have a Master Reality, you know? Yeah, and then the Conjure Blade. Wow. Maybe you do have, like, Deva Form million energy, you know? Maybe you have a million energy. You big Conjure Blade, and then you kill them. Maybe there's no attacks in your deck, and there's... I don't know why you would ever add this card, really. But it's better than the other ones below it. You know what? It is better than... It actually does something sometimes. You are right. It does something sometimes. Okay, fair. You know, you got me. Fine. You convinced me. At this point, I just care about making a bell curve. Like... at this point, I just want to make it even. It's the most important thing. It's not tier list of 4, right? To make them even? That's what you're meant to do, right? Yeah? Yeah, no, that is what you're meant to do. Okay, fair point. That's me. Flurry. Okay, Flurry in A. Low A is fine for it. Low A is fine. It is kind of one of the staple cards. It can be the bottom of A. It's fine. Empty Fist feels pretty high, but I think it's fine where it is. Choke to Land in some ways seems low, but in some ways seems like high. It's fine. Hello! I'm just about to end. I'm just about to end. This is a fine list. This list feels really weird to me. What have I made? What is this? What is this even meant to be? I can't want to battle him higher again. I just think this card is okay. Can't believe you didn't say anything for our 1 year. Yes. I can't believe how I got. Wow, how could I forget? That's... Wow. I'm a bad person. I'm actually a bad person. Maybe I'm evil. Do you consider I'm evil? I don't think you can consider that I'm pure evil. I actually think I would do this. Blasphemy gets bottom of A. fine. Strong attack card. Strong attacks. It feels weird having Carve Reality in A, but it's just a good attack card. You take this and it's like strong the whole run. You don't really need more attacks than this. It's good enough. And then it's like... I do think it's better than Flurry. Maybe Flurry actually is better. Maybe I'm being stupid. No, because it's better Act 1. No, they should be next to each other. And the Crescendo... We've got both of them. I feel like having the return... okay, no, having the return card's pretty good. Maybe this is like... I'm just losing my mind now. I'm losing my mind. It's all over for me. No, that's it. I don't care anymore. I don't care anymore. You know what? Stupid list. It's scuffed. It's a scuffed list. I don't even care. I don't even care if it's a scuffed list. It's fine. It can be scuffed. It can be scuffed. It's okay. It's okay. People are gonna get mad if I don't have Flurry higher. Fine, I'll put Flurry higher. Fine. Fine, you got me. Fine, I'll put it higher. Wow. I do like Carve here because it is just a very good act on attack. But it's better in the long term, I think. So, sure thing. Whatever. I would actually do this. But I'm not taking Flurry over Crescendo in Act 1. I'm taking Flurry over Crescendo in Act 1. That's the thing. I'm not taking it over Crescendo in Act 1. I'm taking Crescendo in Act 1. But I would take Carve Reality over Crescendo in Act 1. Would I? I think I would take Carve Reality over Crescendo in Act 1. But that's just Act 1. What about later? The thing is, I'm only mainly taking Crescendo in Act 1. So, like... Ah! No, I actually don't think it's good enough in Act 1. No, fuck it. No. Flurry sucks. I think Carve Reality is strong enough in Act 1 that I would take it over Crescendo. Flurry sucks. It's bad. Don't trust it. It killed my family as well. Yep. It also killed my family. I'm letting it go slightly higher. I would probably just say Deceive over it, but... In Act 1, I would take the Carve Reality, but I think the Tranquility is kind of more important in some ways. This is so weird. I think taking the stance cards is pretty important. Okay, fine. It's pretty close between this and this in Act 1, even. Having an extra Wrath card is quite important. It's actually quite good to have an extra Wrath card. At all. I do think it's better than Flurry in Act 1. Later on, this is better, but, like, Act 1 card. Yeah, sure, whatever. Whatever. Sure. I think this is fine. I'm gonna stop looking at it soon. Okay, let's stop. Let's look at the other list, okay? So let's compare. Okay. So I used to like Blasphemy a lot. I still like Blasphemy, but not as much. I used to think this was broken. I used to like Omniscience a lot. Definitely a lot less. I've fallen off of Omniscience a bit. Lesson Learned is still busted. Vault and Scroll is still busted. I now think Scroll is better than Vault. Fair enough. I used to like Talk to the Hand more. Again, I did say I fell off Talk to the Hand a little bit. Meditate is busted. Foresight I like a bit more, and Tantrum I like a bit more. I value those cards higher, but they are still at the top of A tier, so it makes sense. Yeah, Inner Peace. Oh, I put Finno higher than Inner Peace. Interesting. That doesn't really matter. Empty Mind is over here. Empty Fist is over here. There's a bunch of stuff in between. Yeah, there's a bunch of stuff in between that I don't know why Like Water's here. Like, don't even ask. I don't even know why. I don't know why. I don't know why. It's like it's fine. Why? I don't know why. I don't know why. It's like massively out of place. Wave the Hand I think are overrated. It's okay, but it's like, yeah, it's like fine. It's not the best thing ever. Cut the Fate, and Empty Fist, they're both here. Indignation's like down here. I think I just value having Wrath at all more. Was that Crescendo? Yeah, Crescendo's over here. Like, I think I value having Wrath at all more now. So just having Wrath at all is pretty good. And then I used to really like battle him. Again, it kind of solves Act 1, but like it's you don't really need it. Flurry, like yeah, Crush Joints I liked a bit more than now. Flurry's actually like in the same spot somehow. Empty Fist, yeah, okay. Halt is a bit higher than normal. Wallop's like a similar position. Empty Mind went higher. Fasting and Deva Form, yeah. They're both not necessary. I like how they're actually in a row again. But yeah, they're like a full tier lower. Tranquility, Crescendo. Oh, here they are again, but they're higher. I value them a bit more. Same time, I just like a lot less than before. So it's now like down here. It's whatever. Will Kick again, same thing. Like, all of these are kind of the same thing. Deceive Reality I like a lot more. Spiritual I like a lot more. It's actually in a similar spot, the Empty Body. Indignation's like a lot higher. Sanctity's like whatever. Devotion went down a bit. Establishment's actually in a similar spot as well, funnily enough. Then, oh yeah, Carve Reality I like a lot more. A lot more now. It's a great card. Great attack. Yeah, I mean, attacks in B tier. Attacks in B tier, sure. Swivel, Prostrate. Prostrate I don't like as much now. Swivel is like still like, whatever. Bowling Bash, it's slightly lower. It's slightly lower than my list, but it's like fine. Where's Flurry Influence? Oh yeah, I used to hate Flurry Influence. No, it's okay. It's definitely okay. It's a fine card. How's the F tier low? Oh yeah, I used to not like Signature Move. It's actually okay. It's in B, low B now. These all suck. Pressure Point, I like Wreath a bit more. They're still bad. Like, or is this still bad? Conjure Blade actually escape fade. I don't know why praise here. Praise should be a little bit lower. A lot of these bad cards are bad. I like Wish a lot more now. Wish is a lot better than before. Worship went down. Judgement went a little bit up, actually. Consecrate, like, all of these cards. Ragnarok went slightly up. Bowling Bash went fit. Yeah, so, like, you know, things changed, and I'm still not sure, because it's Watcher and I don't care. I think that's it for my list. I think that's it for the list. It's weird. It's very weird. I feel weird about this one. I feel like the default one was pretty solid. I feel like the Ironclad one is overall pretty solid, and this one I feel a bit weird about. It's probably fine. It's probably good enough. I think it's legit. I think all my lists get, like, the gist of the character correct. Like, they're all fine. But you see the thing with Watcher, right? These are the cards you want to click. And then these ones, like, a bit more situational, and then you just don't really click these. So, I mean, that's how you play Watcher. You just pick the good cards. I think that's it. That's it for me. I'm just gonna like leave right now. So, can I rate? Should I rate someone? I'll check if there's anyone to rate. I'll check if there's someone to rate. I can't be bothered. Can I be bothered? Can I be bothered? Is there anyone? What the hell? Is there anyone to raid? Play the. I don't want to recognize. Yeah, I can't be bothered. Okay, whatever. Oh, you can recommend someone, sure. Okay. Alright, that's it for me. Yeah, thanks anyone who came by, and see ya.